What's up, everybody? Jeff here, and we are back to play some more Through the Breach. This time around, we're going to be playing through an adventure called The Whispering Affair, which is from Wyrd Chronicles number 18. If you're not familiar with this series, what we do is we get folks from the community to come in and play through some of the different one-shots that Wyrd has put out over the years. So if you'd be interested in joining us for a game, everybody is welcome, everybody's invited, whether you have no experience playing Through the Breach or whether you're an expert. If you'd like to come down and join us, then hop on over to the Discord, which is linked in the description below, and check out the announcements tab for more details. I'd love to see you there, and this series can definitely be a good way to learn Through the Breach if you've never played it before and you want to try playing it yourself. Don't forget to give the video a like and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and consider sharing it around with some folks you think might be interested in watching it or learning how to play Through the Breach themselves. Check out all the important links in the description below, including my Wyrd affiliate link if you're going to be picking up some Through the Breach rulebooks or Malifaux models. You can use my link and support the channel while you make your purchases at no extra cost to you. On top of that, you can find my Patreon down there where you can support the channel more directly, and one of the perks that you get for being on the Patreon is that you get priority access to these games. So if you want to play a bunch of Through the Breach, then that's one way to do it. We give everybody access, but the patrons get a little bit extra. But with that, let's get right into The Whispering Affair. All right, let's get started. Why don't you introduce yourself, Brandon?
Hello, I'm Brandon. You might know me from the Danger Planet, and today I will be playing Karen Cooper, who is a very trustworthy gentleman who you should definitely buy all of the scrap metal rights he offers you.
I thought that you said it was Kieran.
Karen, yeah. When I'm in character, I'm going to have a light, tiny bit of an Irish accent because I'm Irish.
But is it Kieran or Karen? Because I feel like you've said it both ways.
It's Kieran.
Okay.
Kieran.
Okay.
K-E-E, Kieran.
Okay.
But there's a bit of an accent because,
Perfect.
I'm Irish. It makes sense.
Sweet. All right,
Yeah.
Cal.
Hi, I'm Calder. I'm playing Silas Crawford. He's he's a mentalist. He's a kind of like sleight-of-hand magician. He has no actual magical powers. He's just a stage magician. Very ostentatious clothing. To the point of like being a little bit ridiculous. But I mean, he's a performer. He kind of has to dress a bit more flashy. Handsome, but he seems a bit tired all the time, and he kind of has like the mild bluish glow in his eyes from having a bit too much brilliance every once in a while, which he shouldn't, but he has many substance abuse problems, so.
I love that he is a performer that does illusions, but actually can't do magic, because that's like the
Yeah,
exception
yeah.
to the rule in Malifaux.
No. I thought about making him like a magic user, but it was like, no, it'd be funnier if he could.
All right, Blue.
I will be playing Maverick, a used-to-be stage performer until a very unfortunate accident involving juggling knives and involved having to get some really invasive surgery funded by the Thunders.
That always goes well.
Yeah.
Two Flower.
Alright, I'm Two Flower, and today I'll be playing Yam Kyung Ki. She has heard whispers and murmurings from across the veil and has come to Malifaux to put to rest all the vagrant spirits that lie within. And she is also in debt to the Ten Thunders, because nobody from like the east part of the hemisphere of the world is ever not in debt to them.
All right, this is quite the motley crew. I like it.
Do we just have an entire party of people who are just like associated with the Ten Thunders to some degree? That's
I'm
kind of
not
cool,
necessarily
actually.
associated with the Ten Thunders per se, but I've definitely tried to sell them all the Eiffel Tower, so.
That's fair.
This is the entire Eiffel Tower.
Well, the scrap rights to it. It's coming down any day now.
Yeah, it was just put up there for fun.
I mean, it was never actually intended to be a long-term thing, quite
Until
frankly.
it became a long-term thing, because nobody actually tore it down. They were too lazy.
Granted, it's been up for like 17 years now, so jury's out. Any day now, it's coming down. And have I got a deal for you about the scrap rights?
Kieran's going to go tear it down. All right, so the four of you have been hired by Eclipse to go meet up with a doctor in downtown Malifaux. His name is Dr. Avery Weston. And we will open up when you guys are in a carriage that is taking you from the slums where Eclipse HQ is over to downtown Malifaux. So it's just the four of you in this kind of tight little carriage. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride, but it's a nice day out, and it's not too unpleasant. And you're all faced with the your three companions here.
3 whole companions.
I would say it'd more be like 3.5, but 2.5 companions. But
I mean, your augments become part of you, right?
yeah,
There's still like a person
I'm like half
attached
the
to
man
them,
I used
right?
to be.
At least
What
you're
do
the
you-
one making the jokes about your character.
What do you mean used to be? Did you like get better?
I mean, with enough mechanical parts, I'm sort of better.
It's like that.
That'll do it.
I guess.
I mean, I
there's
didn't learn my
that.
lesson about the knives, so
Well, at least like you're still mostly human, right? So you count as a person.
That's true.
There's no halves
Depend.
here.
I guess depends on what half is
that's
mechanical.
a more of a societal question. If I still count as a person, I think I'm a person.
What you have to do is you have to go talk to Hoffman and see if he can control your thoughts and actions. If he can, you're
And if
not
he
a person
can't-
anymore.
Exactly.
Or if can he only control like your your arm or like other, so you have like
Right.
kind of like a phantom
Yeah,
arm type
it's
situation?
called the Ryle test,
Ooh. All right. Wild.
and it makes
Okay,
him
so
dead every time.
so you said we're going to meet Dr. Weston. What's his first name? Avery.
Avery, yep.
And what for context, have we been working together for a while? Or do we all sort of know each other, or we just never met before?
Some of them might have met each other. I don't think so. I think your character certainly doesn't know them. We'll say this is your first outing with Eclipse because it's your first outing with Eclipse.
Ooh.
I don't think any of the other characters have played together before. So unless
Nope.
there's a reason that you
We
would
have
know
not.
each other, then you don't.
I kind of like the idea that I've heard about Maverick, kind of like I've seen the posters,
In the
but then I
biz?
kind of like heard about what happened
Yeah.
because we're in the biz, and it's kind of like, oh, that's what happens when you do knife acts. But like I don't get to judge because I I drink and take so much like brilliance. I don't really get to judge other people's like life decisions really. So like try not to bring it up. Basically, kind of like he's considering saying I liked your act, but then putting that into past tense seems rude. So probably not.
Used to like.
I mean, are you still performing? Even though you're part construct, is it like a new act now, or is it?
Well, nobody really wants to see. Nobody really feels enjoyment seeing somebody who's part machine on stage anymore, unless it's to fight something. So the stage careers really went down, but the mercenary career's definitely gone up.
Hmm.
But hey, knife throwing is definitely a very transferable skill from stage performing.
It's true.
So I think for context, Kieran likely will have introduced himself before we got on, without giving a last name. And then once we're in the cab, he's just gonna pretend he's asleep. He's gonna put his hat down and say, wake me when we're there."
Mm.
But like you can sort of tell that he's like not asleep because his eyes are just like very squinty every now and then. He's like just sort of peeking through. But he seems like sort of uncomfortable. But he just gives off the vibe that he's trying real hard to not appear that way.
All right. How is everybody else passing the time? It's going to be a bit of a ride. So
I think like Silas will try some he practices kind of like card shuffles and like sleight of hand tricks to keep himself like sharp for his actual job, basically. And just does it
Double
like while
dipping, huh?
while looking at. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a day job, like really.
Meanwhile, little Kyung-ki, she's just like cocooned in her own robes to try and not spread out over her side of the bench.
Mm.
How's Kyung feeling after the ordeal that she went through a few weeks before this?
Well, there's no little green men inside the city, so that's a bonus. She was concerned about that. A little unnerved about how many people she's noticed have this weird blue tint in their eyeballs.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Don't really go outside at night anymore. She used to love looking at the moon, but the moon doesn't really exist here unless it wants to.
And
Kind
there's
of
two of
freaks her
them.
out a little bit.
I thought there was like 2 of them actually.
Yeah, there's two.
There's 2 moons for some reason,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there's also no consistency in the sky.
Yeah.
little freaked out, a little unnerved. So, being in her little cocoon of her own clothing, that makes her comfortable.
All
Oh
right.
my god, I
And
love her. She's amazing. Anyway, sorry.
what about Maverick? What's he doing to pass the time?
Looking at his knives, sharpening them. Maybe if the trade run's not too bumpy, haphazardly juggle.
Juggle the knives?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh no.
I can't wait
You
until
got
we
one
can flip
stuck in the
cards.
ceiling.
Oh yeah, believe me. If danger doesn't come to me, I'm gonna put myself in danger.
I love it.
Yeah, but we're in a very small cart, and I feel like you're putting all of us within knife range. But sure.
So as you start juggling these knives, suddenly the carriage lurches, and you are jerked to the side, and you almost lose one of the knives, but you manage to secure it and continue your juggling act, and you try to play it off like nothing happened. But anybody who's paying attention may be a little unnerved by that. They look awful.
I think despite very much pretending to be asleep, I think you'll hear Kieran audibly gasp when it goes awry.
It was right by your knee.
And then immediately just sort of go into a very very obvious fake snore, like.
You almost freaking hit the floor with that one.
So the rest of the ride passes in similar fashion, but everybody makes it out unscathed. You arrive at the home of Dr. Avery Weston just as the sun is setting in the west. The doctor's home is tall but slim, and it is squeezed in between two larger homes. Aging wood covered in dark, peeling paint gives the place a look of incredible antiquity, and the windows are smoky and partially opaque. As you approach the door, you notice that it appears to have been recently damaged. The wood around the lock has been splintered, rendering the lock unusable, and the door unable to be properly closed. You knock, and almost immediately you can hear the sound of a large, heavy object being slid away from the door to allow it to open. You're met by a disheveled man of about 40, with handsome features worn down by constant work. His shirt is stained and wrinkled, and his glasses are askew atop his nose. "Thank goodness you've come so quickly," he says, stepping back as he ushers you inside. "Please forgive my manners, but I fear the matter at hand is extremely time-sensitive." And with that, we will end the prologue. So at this point, everyone can draw up 3 cards from their twist deck.
All right.
And you will also lock in your pursuit. If you are not just starting out, you can choose as you like.
All right.
Oh yeah, I figured out what mine is, which is what we said earlier. But it's forgery, barter, or crafting.
All right. Yeah, when you play your first session, you have to pick whatever the pursuit is that you like built your character around. But normally, after that, you can choose at this point. So you can change if you want.
Nice.
But not you.
Well, look.
So we have a huckster, I understand. We have me as a trooper.
Yeah, I'm a performer.
Yep.
And I'm a little dabbler.
I'm going to say we have 3 social classes. I'm so glad that we're going to have 4 combat encounters.
No. Oh god.
We'll
Just
be
kidding.
fine.
We're going to have
Funny
5
enough-
combat encounters.
Funny enough, trooper doesn't have anything for social.
No?
No, it's really weird.
Huh.
I could trick somebody as a bonus action as a 0.
Oh, that's useful.
Yes, it is. I also have a bunch of weight shenanigans.
Oh, I remember reading Trooper. Yeah, you're right. That is weird, though, because you would think they'd be, like, performer type. But I guess it's interesting.
Would it help, like, if there's more than one? Because I know they're supposed to be, like, working better in a group, I guess?
I don't know if any of the rules work that way, but it was a while ago that I read it, so.
Anyway.
Dr. Weston leads you into his sitting room, but makes no effort to offer you a seat. Instead, he pauses at the threshold and gestures into the disorganized room. "My daughter, my Anne-Marie, has been kidnapped. I came home to find the lock forced open and my little girl missing. Our maid Dorsa is also gone." The doctor gestures to several sprays of blood on the wall and floor, and for the first time you realize that the room's crimson carpet had originally been white. "There's too much blood here. I fear the worst has happened," but his voice trails off before he snaps his gaze back to you, his gaze intense. "Please find my daughter. I'll provide you with whatever information you wish, and I'll pay you handsomely. The house is yours to search, but I found nothing on my own."
How long have you been here, Dr. Weston? Like when did you find this? Because this is a mess.
Earlier today, I sent for help immediately, as soon as I found out.
There is no cleaning crews in Malifaux.
No, by help I mean by you. I sent for you.
Oh, we can't clean this. We didn't bring anything.
We're not here to clean.
I could care less about my carpet. It's my daughter.
All right. Well, I'm just saying this is just striking me as weird.
He kind of looks at Kyung very confused. I'll burn the damn carpet. I could care less.
Just out of character, is the carpet just full on red and we just didn't notice that it was blood?
Yeah.
There's not a single white spot, like, it's amazing.
I'll say like on the far side, there's a couple of areas that belie the fact that it used to be white, but for the most part, it's stained red.
Okay, so it looks like somebody has been fully exsanguinated then. Like it's so much blood everywhere.
Kind of seems like it.
Are there any like signs of struggle that we can discern, or is it just all messed up in like this one amalgamation of just red?
Do you want to go start investigating?
I'd like to just get a quick browse of the house to see if everything is as disheveled.
Okay. So Kyung and Kieran are gonna go look around. What are Silas and Maverick doing?
Somebody should comfort the doctor. He doesn't seem well.
Oh God.
I'll say somewhat quietly, but not too quietly.
I think it's like an awkward pause of like how do you comfort somebody like standing on top of like a blood-soaked carpet while the daughter is missing? Kind of a tough sell, but I'll try.
I mean, I don't know. Make him a cup of tea. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
He's standing there, sort of shifting his weight back and forth, like extremely anxiously, and looking at each of you directly in the eyes, like holding the gaze for multiple seconds, and then looking to the next person as if to plead with you to help him.
You don't know. I mean, we will. Do you have? Is there anybody who? I mean, that's always a tough question to ask. Do you know anybody who would want to do harm to you or to her?
No, I can't imagine who could have done this. Please, you have to help me.
Oh, of course, no. Maybe just out of character, I think maybe we should all investigate because I think he seems kind of calm enough, and I don't think anything I can ask him is going to make him like self-incriminate. I don't know.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, do you doing as recently for work, or what your main focus of work is? Because it might give us some insight of who may not be too happy about it and wants to get a little bit of personal revenge.
Well, I work with, you might say, troubled individuals, but I can't imagine that any of them would want to hurt my daughter.
Well, if you help somebody who's in trouble, then they're probably not too happy. The person who probably put them in trouble, probably not too happy you're helping them. So you might have just gotten yourself in the middle of a spat by accident.
Maybe, but by troubled, I don't mean necessarily the criminal type, more and he motions to his head and makes like a twisty motion with his finger as if to indicate that they're crazy.
Oh, that's...
I see.
Well, if anything, that sounds worse.
I hate to ask this question, and he like gently puts his foot onto like the carpet, like to make like a squelching noise. Basically, has this what happened here? Paint me a picture.
I think the picture.
I don't know. I came back and found it this way.
Oh, so this has nothing to do with you having like patients or? Okay, that's
no, certainly not. Do you think I would bleed out my patients on my own?
No, I mean maybe they had arrived bleeding. I don't. I apologize. I didn't mean anything by it.
I think if someone comes here bleeding this much to turn this nice white carpet this color, they really shouldn't really, be considered alive. On the plus side, though, this is way too much blood for a little girl to have, so it's probably not animal. Yeah,
I think that can be ruled out. I mean, if anybody wanted to, and I think at this point, like Silas is trying to ease the nerves of the man a bit. If anybody wanted to come for her to come to harm, she would probably be, not missing, but rather kind of be here. I hate to say it, but not with us anymore. So she's out there somewhere. We can find her.
Well, Doc, if you don't mind me, I know it's a little doctor-patient confidentiality, but if you don't mind me prying, has there been any of your patients who seemed a little dissatisfied with your help or treatment options?
Give me a target number 10. I'll give you the choice of bewitch or convince.
Can I help, or is it no, just to?
Yeah.
I
why not?
will. I will go for convince. I have a AV of 3.
I have 3 ranks in it, so you can
Nice.
do with it what you want.
Well, even if that +3 ain't gonna work, so I'm gonna cheat in a 7 to get it.
Does that put you at what was your AV? I'm sorry.
I'm cheating in a 7 to put it at a 13 instead of a 9 or 10 at this case, but this is not really necessary.
Okay. Are you adding in the 3 from Cal, or are you?
Well, it's 13 with Cal or 10 without Cal.
Got it. So he kind of looks off into the distance and thinks for a minute. Some of my patients are quite disturbed, but I can't imagine any of them doing something like this. I mean, they have psychological problems, but most of them we are working through it. I don't think any of them would be. And he kind of looks down at the blood on the carpet. I don't think any of them would be this crazy.
Well, either they did it on their own volition, or someone took advantage of their crazy and convinced them to do it. And by the looks of it, it was more than one of them.
I think the latter seems like a potential lead.
All right, so with that, let's move over to looking around the house. So we're going to handle this with an ongoing challenge. Just as a refresher for anyone who is not familiar, the way an ongoing challenge works is there's going to be a selection of skills that you can use to contribute, and every time duration, in this case 3 minutes, you'll be able to take one check on any of those skills. There'll be a set target number, and the objective is to hit a certain number of successes before you hit a certain number of failures. In order to contribute to a success, you just need to hit the target number. Every margin of success adds another success to it. If you do not hit the target number, but you don't have a margin of failure, then nothing happens. You just waste time, basically. If you have a margin of failure, then it contributes to the failure requirement. And if you hit too many of them, then the whole thing fails. And this is to sort of simulate a group activity that's going to take place over a period of time. So your options will be notice and track. The target number is going to be 10. The duration is 3 minutes every time. You need 6 successes or 3 failures. And just as a reminder, the group does not have to do all of the options, so you don't have to do notice and track. If everybody prefers to use notice, that's fine. You just have to pick one. So I'm thinking for the first one, we're going to just have Kyung and Kieran contribute, because Silas and Maverick were still speaking to the doctor. But then after that, if they want to join in the search, they can.
So I have an AV of 2 in either. The first thing I think that I want to do is I want to just get a look around to see what the rest of the rooms are like, and if they're as disheveled as this room, and then just sort of look for anything outside of the ordinary, for like blood or signs of a severe struggle, or like, bloody axes or knives or weapons or something.
Okay, so let's do target number 10, notice then.
All right. How do I actually flip a card?
Hit the 1 in the top left.
Wild.
Sweet.
13.
All right.
Of crows. I
Excellent.
don't have a trigger.
Do you have a? Yeah.
No, I don't have a trigger either.
All right, and 2 Flower, what do you want to check on?
All right, I'm just gonna look for like any obvious signs of struggle, like notches in the woods, like cuts in the wood, on the floor, and anything that seems like something was in here that was fighting or did try and fight. I do have an AV of 2. Gonna make that flip now with notice. Sweet, I got 3.
That's less than 10.
Yeah.
Do I cheat?
No, I'm gonna let it slide.
That's a failure.
I noticed that the carpet is red.
Okay, so Kieran walks into the next room over, and he finds that the kitchen is also in a disheveled state. There is a wooden knife holder that appears to have been on the counter. It's been knocked over, and it looks like one of the knives is missing. Young
Oh no.
goes into the kitchen as well and finds an envelope on the table. It looks like it once held, like it's stretched out, like bulged out in the middle. It looks like it once held a bunch of paper, perhaps money. And the front has the doctor's name and address on it, the address that you're at. The return address is the Blackwood Home for Mental Healing, which is a sanitarium in the city.
Dr. Weston lives in the middle of Malifaux City. We're in the middle of City.
All right. Are Silas and Maverick gonna start looking around, or do you want to continue talking to the doctor?
I'll start having a look around because I've had notice of 5, and I might as well take some action.
Oh, Maverick's gonna join in as well to help.
All right. Let's go back to Kieran. So second duration. Do you want to
Well,
notice or track?
So I'll do notice again. While I'm sort of going through the kitchen though, I guess I would like to grab one of those knives for sure. That way we have something to match it against in the event that we find some sort of murder weapon. And also I will put on a cup of tea for the doctor, or I'll put the pot on. Just to comfort him before we just away. Yeah, I'll go ahead and notice.
All right, so why don't you add the knife to your inventory? It looks like the knives in this block are all different, but the handles do match each other. So potentially you'll be able to match them up. But you can take it as a melee weapon with a 1, 2, 3 damage track and a 1-inch range.
Amazing. I will take the most wicked looking of the ones that are there.
Okay, so you take a bread knife that's serrated.
Yeah, bread. Man, if we have a combat against any bread, I got us.
Why don't, just for the fun of it, let's add a crit strike trigger to it because of the serrations.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
But only
That's so
against
good.
only against things that are as sliceable as bread. So it's like it'll be its own unique trigger. It won't be called crit strike. It'll be called bread strike.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's make it a separate trigger. It's still on rams and it's +1 damage, but only if the target doesn't have armor. Only if the target does not have armor.
Yeah.
So if they have armor, it doesn't work.
Because most bread isn't armored, and I'm spelling it with a U because I'm Irish.
Terrible. Now it breaks because you spelled it wrong.
All right. Well, shall I flip a notice?
Sure. Target number 10. Uh-oh.
I have built in 2. What is the margin of failure?
5.
5. Okay. Yeah, my hand is so bad.
If you can get it above a 5, you at least are not contributing to the whole thing going belly up. So
I'll cheat in a 4 of rams.
All right.
So my total will be 6.
Okay, back to Kyung.
All right, we're going to try the same thing again, looking for more obvious signs of struggle or claw marks, knife marks. But this time, we're not going to look where we were already looking.
Wow.
See, that was my fault. I looked in the kitchen more.
You looked in the same spot, but you gotta rotate sometimes to find different angles. I learned this from Sam and Max games.
I thought we were playing in 2D space, not 3D. So now that I know I can turn my head, that will help, I think.
Yeah, we're not playing no Paper Mario game. Alright, straight flip. Ooh. I don't like that.
Doesn't seem good. What's your AV?
My AV is 2 on notice.
Alright, so at least it won't be a margin of failure. Do you want to cheat it?
I will cheat it. I do have an 11 in my IRL deck.
Okay. So put you at 13?
Yeah.
Alright. How about Silas? Notice?
Yep, doing notice again.
Target number 10.
So let's say 18.
All right. At least somebody's good at this.
I keep missing my trigger. It's always the wrong suit. God damn it. Anyway, but
And Maverick, notice or track.
I'm gonna go for notice. That's what is the track.
All right.
I have an AV of 3, so let's hope to be.
It's not a failure.
I'm gonna cheat in my 13, so I have a 16.
All right.
So we have, what is it, like two? That's like that's 4 successes altogether.
That's a total of 6 now, so you have completed the objective.
Good deal.
All right. So you are able to find several more different interesting pieces of information as you all spread out around the house looking. You notice, first of all, that the doctor appears to be pretty wealthy. The house has some decorations that are pretty ornate and look like they were probably quite expensive, but you notice that nothing looks like it was taken, so whoever did this clearly was not in it for the money. The blood on the carpet looks like it's soaked through, and it does not look like the amount of blood that's on there could have come from a single person and that person still be alive, as some of you may have already deduced.
Way too much blood for a.
You also notice that there are very faint shapes that are drawn in the blood on the carpet. Some of them are round with some lines coming off of them. They look like some sort of like arcane runes, but you can't really make out enough detail to determine more than that. At the entrance is a hardwood floor, and it's got bloody footprints on it. It looks like 2 different people that left the house, and one set is larger than the other set.
but neither of them are like children's set, right? So like it couldn't have been like the girl being led outside, right?
It doesn't look like a young child, certainly, but
We probably should
It's
have
hard to
asked him
say.
more like how old the child is, but
Yeah, after I bring the doctor his cup of tea, I'll have a few questions for him. But
And you also notice that there is a drawer with some letters in it, including a book that has a list of patients and the types of treatments they've been receiving, as well as how much money he has charged. It includes patients both from Earth and from Malifaux, and it shows the most recent entries. The names are Marcus Braskin, Hilda Brune, and Solden Pithy, and they are struck through with a red line, and it says untreatable next to them. And finally, you also find a scrap of paper behind the end table in the living room, and written on it in handwriting on the back is the word, where it says doctor / you didn't help me before, but I need your help. They won't stop talking. Please help me. They won't stop talking, in capitals. The last 4 words, they won't stop talking, is in capitals. And on the front of the note is an advertisement for The Thief and Pipe, which is a tavern in the Easterly slums.
Yeah, so I'll put a cup together for the doctor. Is he still just sort of standing in the over the blood-soaked carpet?
He's been kind of following everybody around, not one person in particular, but just kind of like hurrying around the house, keeping an eye on everyone, just trying to see if he can help, very anxiously, but not really. But really, he's just mostly getting in the way.
Nice. I'm gonna sit him down at the kitchen table or whatever is approximate, or dining room, wherever there are chairs where he like probably normally eats. Put a cup of tea in front of him, and I just want to ask. Doctor, how old is your daughter?
She's 14.
Okay, and how long has the maid been in your employ?
A few years now.
And you trust your maid?
He gives you a look like he's never considered it before. I suppose so. She's been here long enough and nothing's ever happened. I'm really much more concerned about my daughter.
You've never come home to pools of blood before? No,
No,
you know.
I'm sure I would have. I'm sure I would have noticed. He says, taking the question much more serious than it should have been.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's true. Well, all right. Just have a sip. Relax. We're gonna get your daughter back.
So almost immediately after answering those questions, he stands back up and continues, kind of like anxiously
All right then.
pacing
Well,
slash like just rocking back and forth. But he does take a sip of the tea.
with just one single sip.
Yes, he takes a sip, puts it back down, and then continues.
Amazing. Well, he seems a bit nervous.
I mean, understandably so.
Mr. Kieran, do you have children?
No. I can't say that I do. I'm Kieran's. He's a bit younger. As well. He's like in his early to mid 20s. So, no, doctor. I don't.
Well, perhaps one day you'll understand why I'm as nervous as I am.
Yes. Well, the good news is, your daughter's 14. She'll likely be able to take care of herself a little bit. And we think we have a few leads. I do who has the book with the patient roster? Is that just something that we've all sort of browsed over? Or...
Yeah. Unless anyone would have a particular reason to want to hide it, I'll say everybody is aware of it.
All right. I'd like to ask about the last three untreatable patients then. Marcus, Hilda, and Soylent.
Soylent.
Yeah. Can you spell those for me?
Yeah. Marcus Braskin is kind of what you would expect. Braskin.
Yep.
Hilda Brune, Brune. And Solden Pithy, it's Sulden Pithy.
Yep, cool. That's what I had. Yeah. So, doctor, we have a few. Something about this really just sort of makes us think that one of your recent patients might be involved. Can you tell us a little bit about these three? Marcus, Hilda, and Solden. It looks like they were untreatable.
He's gonna look down at the book, and you see his face kind of take on an even more serious expression, if that's possible. Sure, they were some of the more difficult ones I've had to deal with. Marcus, he was sent to the asylum a couple months back. Hilda, if I remember correctly, was arrested by the guild soon after I tried to treat her. The doctor sighs as he massages his forehead with one hand. Solden Pithy was a disturbed man. He came to me complaining of voices that encouraged him to hurt others, and he asked me to help him.
There's your lad. Where'd you last talk to Solden, or do you have maybe an address or somewhere he'd like to frequent?
Sure, I can probably get his address if you think that'll help.
Yeah, please.
If he's taken my daughter and I'm somehow responsible, and his voice trails off as he closes his eyes and rubs his head.
And he's so he. I assume it's reasonable at this point to assume that he's some sort of psychological situation and not like not so much like a physical medical doctor. Yeah.
Yes, he's a psychologist. He sort of almost directly implied that before. I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Very well. I might have just missed that. Yeah, doctor, if you could get any sort of information on him, we'll go and see if we can have a chat with him and just make sure everything's all right.
Yeah. So he's going to solemnly head off to the other room, and you hear him flitting through some papers, and he comes back a moment later with an address written on a slip of paper. That's his last known address, but we tried to treat him as best we could, but eventually we determined that the only thing that could be done would be to have him committed, and then he stopped coming to his meetings.
Now, when you say we,
The medical profession.
so were you aware if he was being treated by any other doctors?
Not that I know of. I'd consulted with some colleagues, but he wasn't aware of it.
I see.
Always good to have a second impression, but it seems once we determine that nothing can be done, I haven't seen him since.
Right, and now obviously, you won't mind if we borrow some items from the home, just in case they would help our investigation. Obviously, we'll, everything will be returned as soon as as soon as it's no longer of use.
Sure. What do you need?
Well, I mean, there seemed to be one of your knives was missing, so I'm probably gonna borrow one just so we can identify in case. And some books and papers we found here and there.
Yeah, certainly. Take what you need.
Well, you heard him, folks. Let's fucking clean them out. No. Yeah, I guess I think at this point I don't really have any more questions for him unless anyone else does. But I think I'll share anything that the group is not aware of with them from our conversations. I assume everyone else was sort of just around while this was happening and not off in other rooms. But
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
it seems clear we have to investigate the stolen character. The thief in the pipe might be a good place to start. Here's his address. And then I think also it'd probably be worth checking if somebody wants to check one of the doctor's shoes against the footprints we found outside and see if he's one of the people that we found.
Yeah, I think, but just out of character, I think Silas will sort of like just say like do it openly, like to basically establish and like tell the doctor to establish that he's just trying to check whose footprints are whose. So he's not insinuating that like the doctor had anything to do with it, just to check like whose footprints are which, basically. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like not like, oh, I think you're one of the people smoking. Like, I just wanted to see like which shoes aren't yours, more or less. Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Give me a track check. Target number 9.
In which I have I have an AV of 2. That's not too bad. I mean, I have an AV, which is yep. That's 11. That's better than I thought it would.
Okay, so you convince him to show you one of his shoes and take it over to the footprints by the door. The shoe he's wearing appears to be between the sizes of the two, which seems pretty clear that they were not made by his shoes.
Oh, so
At least the ones he's wearing.
2 strangers, huh?
And is he a very large man, very short man?
He's maybe just shy of average height, of average size.
Okay, then I mean, I know this is really stretching the point, but are there shoes of his daughter there that we can check against them? I just really, I don't want to, like, I don't. It seems impolite to ask, but at the same time, I don't want to rule things in or out based on incomplete. I don't know, testing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even ask. I mean, I mean, he's given us free access to his house.
Yeah.
Maybe I would just try and.
I just want to make sure that neither of them are like his or hers, basically.
Also, did we catch his daughter's name at some point?
Yeah, Anna Marie.
Oh, Anne Marie,
yeah.
Anne Marie.
Anne Marie. I put in an extra A by accident.
Okay, so I'll say that you go upstairs and manage to find another pair of her shoes. When you bring them down, they look similar to the smaller set of footprints, but her shoes appear to even be a bit smaller than them.
Oh my god. Okay.
There are so many people.
So there's 2 people. Okay. But and again, like thinking out loud now, like out of character. So one of them is in the asylum, and one is imprisoned by the guild. Correct? It's the third one that's still out and out.
According to the doctor, I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So what it seems to me, and this is sort of like in a group meeting, and I guess I'll try and keep the doctor not I mean, I'm sure
We
he's
can
gonna
also just
be
go
around, right?
outside. We don't
Yeah.
need to stay in. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we should have a summing up of all the info that we have and have a chat about it. But I
Okay.
think I'm going to say some brash things, and I don't think that I want the doctor to overhear
That's
them.
fair.
So,
Let's walk and
Oh, wait,
talk. Yeah.
hold on. Before, so as you're going through the investigation with the shoes, I want Silas to give me a target number 9 bewitch check, because you said you were trying to sell this to him as you're just checking, you're not necessarily
Oh yeah,
accusing him.
absolutely. Yeah,
I want to see
absolutely.
if he's on board with that or
Okay.
not.
That's fair enough. I have a +3, so it's a 12.
Okay, so he seems preoccupied by his kind of nervousness, and he just kind of agrees to whatever you say and allows you to
Okay.
go about your business.
all right.
Before you head for the door, he's gonna stop you all. Just if you can bring her back to me safe, there'll be something in it for you. Like I said, that's all I really care about. I can give you 40 script to make it worth your
Now,
time.
Okay.
good doctor. You know, I understand that you're a reasonably well off man, and obviously your daughter is very important to you. But I mean, for that sort of fee, I think we do have a lot of investigation that we're doing, and perhaps we can make it a little more worth it for us.
40 script is a small fortune.
I'm gonna try and talk him higher.
Okay, give me a target number 11 barter check.
You got it, bud. We're gonna
my
do it.
God.
You ready? All right. Well, I'm gonna cheat in this 12. So on this 12, that puts me at a 15.
Okay.
It is yeah. It's 12 a rim, so I don't get my oh, actually, you know what? No, hold on. I don't get my what's my barter? My barter is a crow. Oh,
You have a trigger on barter.
okay.
That's hilarious.
I do have a trigger on barter, and specifically it's after failing, so I'm gonna intentionally fail. I'm gonna what did you say target number was?
11.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat in this 5 of crows. So I'm gonna keep my 12, but my 5 of crows is gonna make me fail. But I have a trigger on my barter, which is called "I'll never shop here again," which is hilarious in context. And it's after failing, the target offers you something to small to keep your business. So what will he offer me?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
This is the best. Oh my god. Oh, also, I failed a barter roll check, so I'll be drawing a card after this
Sweet.
because I'm a
That's a-
huckster. We fucking
is such
did it, guys.
Give me a minute. So I'm trying to think of what I know about your character and what you would care about.
I mean, I don't know.
He's gonna. Okay, I got it. He's gonna. He objects at first and says 40 script. That's a small fortune, and then he's gonna kind of stop and think to himself for a minute, and then he's going to, without saying anything, he's gonna turn and walk away. He's gonna head upstairs, and then after a moment, he's gonna come back down, and he's going to hand.
I can
you-
just imagine the silence of the group, just like sort of dead, like just like dead staring me. I'm like, what? You know, I've got make a living too. You know, shit.
This is an amazing trigger. I just
It's such a cool
Pretty good.
trigger.
He's gonna hand you a velvet coin purse that has gold trimming around the top.
Yeah, you know, I didn't mean to infer that, you know, this wouldn't be our top priority. Obviously, Annabelle, whatever, very important to us. You know, we'll bring her home right away. And that while I'm saying this, I'm not even going to pay attention to him or look at his eyes. I'm opening the purse to see what's in it.
So it doesn't have any extra money in it. It's just a coin. It's just a fancy coin purse.
Well-
This is an heirloom of my family, but compared to my daughter, I could care less about it. It's yours.
I see. Well, we appreciate the bonus. We'll call it.
Now you can be a fancy huckster.
Yeah, buddy. All right, fancy huckster. We did it.
I'll say that if you want
Away
to
from the-
sell that in between sessions, it's worth 10 script.
Oh, holy shit. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in my inventory. I think that's all I had. If nobody else has anything, I drew my card as well. I assume I draw from my deck. Yeah.
From your twist deck, yep.
Yep.
All right, everybody ready to leave at that point, or anybody else have anything else they want to do?
Yeah, I think we are. Are we heading to the bar or the guy's house?
We can talk about that. I mean, once we're clear of the doctor, I'll have some things to say. I think, but I don't. I've offended this man enough. I think.
I think so too.
Well, we can either, if we're going under the assumption that he's guilty, we should probably go to his home.
Well, can we say that the doctor's out of earshot now? As we
Once you're outside, he doesn't follow you. So
okay,
you hear him latch the door again with a clunk.
Even though it doesn't shut all the way.
He had barred it from behind. You heard it and
gotcha.
kind of
Wild.
pull something out from behind in front of it, and he barred it again.
I'd like to think it's just like a cherry wedges. That would be very easy to get into. Anywho, I'm not gonna rob this doctor. That'd be crazy. So
We'll
okay.
do that.
So obviously this is. I think he's acting a little fishy. Actually, I guess there's probably, now that I think about this, there's probably a roll that I could make. Yeah. That's like, is he being truthful with us, or like, is his?
You could have made said
nice,
flip when you were talking to him.
Wild. That's fine.
Would you like to still make the check?
Yeah, can I? Is that a thing? Scrutiny, maybe? Is that scrutiny? I don't know. I have my chart up. Scrutiny, reading the emotions and disposition.
Target number 10, scrutiny. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not cheating this, but if it goes off, it goes off. Okay. Well, did I flip? That's the one of grows I just flipped, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, never mind. Yeah. Right. Trustful. This chap.
What's the total on that?
1 moment, please. 3.
Are you cheating?
No.
Okay, you become convinced that he's lying to you.
Okay, this doctor's lying. He kidnapped his own daughter for money. I don't know. I'm not very passionate about it, but I think he's lying to me.
We go to this man's house. We look around, take some of his stuff, and then you're just accusing him of kidnapping his daughter, and everybody's just assuming it by just checking his shoes physically.
It'd be awfully convenient, for this to just be a whole bunch of, I'm just saying he had maybe, I don't know what the motive would be, but he had the opportunity, that's for sure.
Then why is he hiring people to find her?
To cover his own tracks. It happens all the time in the business. I think
Silas does like the slow blink of like, I know I'm in deep. I just didn't realize it gets deeper, but then just he doesn't say anything.
You always expect the triple bluff. You kill your daughter, murder your maid and daughter, and then hire some people to investigate and lead them on a false crew to eliminate one of your rivals. It's the oldest trick in the book.
I feel with Malifaux as it is, I think if you're going to go kill a family member, I don't think you need to go through this many steps and this many processes to get it done. I think they just have to happen to be the wrong place at the wrong time. But
so the evidence, I guess, that we have so far, we have 2 people that we think, I guess, abducted them, right? Although it's possible that one of them was the maids, right?
It's true.
But he said that he was trying to put Solden in the asylum, which maybe he did go and met Marcus. Maybe Marcus is a guy that might maybe helped him out or something. But I think that checking up on Solden should be a priority, definitely. The thief and pipe is definitely, I think, a priority. And given all the information that we found, I think that it pretty heavily leads to him being there at some point recently, right? They won't stop talking.
If none of those turn out, we can still check the asylum to see if anybody actually has been committed under that name. So
yeah, for Marcus, and then also, I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be too much of a risk for one of you folks to, talk to the guild, see if Hilda, for no reason. I'm not saying I'm trying to avoid them or anything. I just, I feel like, I'm a bit,
Right. No, that's fair.
Does anybody want to scrutinize what he just said?
No, I think we're all kind of like on. I mean, at least Silas is like I understand that you have flexible morals and that's fine.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm not flexible. Quite rigid.
I love that I've trained all of my players to never make characters that like the guild at all, even a little bit.
Well, because
Even the people who are in the guild don't like the guild.
All
No
right,
one
that's it.
likes the guild.
Next time I play, I'm guild simp all the way.
No, you're
That's my
gonna play a
plan.
Sonya simp all the way and see how bad it goes for you.
Get ready to be punished
Oh no!
horribly.
Joke's on you. That's what I'm into. Okay. So I guess then the big question is: do we check out? Do we stop by the Thief in the Pipe or Solden's address? And also, are those near each other? My guess is that they probably are.
Yes, they're both in the easterly slums, which is walking distance from where you are.
Oh my
I think
gosh!
the
Was the
the
carriage
bar
not
might
waiting
be
outside
time
for us?
sensitive.
No.
Of course, they've just left. It's the Uber. Of course, they had to have like a different call.
What is this bullshit? All right,
It only has one driver, and he's very busy.
I'm gonna get on the app. This Elstone.
Yeah. Grab your Etherbox, your portable Etherbox.
My portable Aethervox. And radio for a horse.
I think by the time we've walked and talked, we've already arrived at the bar.
Yeah,
we've been talking so much.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that the bar is likely open and in full swing at this point, right? Because we got to his house at sundown.
Yeah.
So are we headed to the bar or are we headed to his house?
I feel the bar is more time sensitive, so it might be the best idea to go there first.
Yeah, plus if we're...
I was going to say probably his house, because we have no idea who this guy looks like. That's the biggest problem. And if the bar is busy, we're going to know who he is. We're going to know what he looks like.
Well, we just ask the bar maid.
Yes. Are you the guy who's crazy? Are you the crazy guy we are looking for?
Well, hey, we're friends of we're friends of a friend. We're looking for this man Solden. We think
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know, but if a group of people are looking for you in a bar and they're asking by name, they're probably not going to stay long.
Well,
that's
already
looking.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, 4 of us don't go in all asking for him, looking like we're going to rough him up, right? We got play. We got stuff. I'll lie through my teeth. I don't even have teeth. I probably have teeth. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Please tell me you have teeth. Okay,
all right. I have some.
You can trade that coin purse for a couple of shiny new wooden teeth.
No thanks. That sounds terrible.
The slums to the west of downtown are probably the safest and most stable of the city's various slum districts, but that's not saying much. As you leave the relatively civilized downtown behind, the surrounding buildings become shabbier and more decrepit, and the streets become noticeably less clean. During the day, you might see people sitting on their porch, lounging on windowsills, or clambering through the streets, but now, in the darkness of the night, the streets may as well be deserted. Every so often you catch sight of someone peeking down at you from a window, but they quickly pull the shutters closed once they realize that they've been spotted. A block away, a scruffy-looking dog is chewing on a tattered slipper that's become grimy with dirt, blood, and canine drool. According to the address given to you, the bar should be about a half a dozen blocks down this street.
So, too bad.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could go either way, quite frankly. I think stopping at his house wouldn't necessarily be a bad plan as long as we plan to not spend too much time there. But I'm very much not. I'll abstain in the vote if we want to. So it looks like,
his house is in the same neighborhood, and you're already going in that direction, so you're now closer to the bar than the house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, his house. Sorry, his house was in the same neighborhood as the doctor, or as the bar. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're right near each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the same general direction.
Yeah. Yeah. So my vote is either. I don't care. What do y'all think?
Well, you already all said the bar, so we're going to the bar.
We're going to the bar. We did it.
It's too late. We can't change course.
I mean, you can. I'm just saying. I already sent you towards the bar, so.
We've already gone downstream toward the bar.
How do you all react to this creepy street with the dog and the dangerous neighborhood? Just keep going?
These are my kind of people.
You feel right at home.
Right at home.
Well, I mean, I feel particularly safe with my set of 5 large knives. So
I feel resolutely unsafe, but trying to
Hey, one of you has sense.
no sell it. I mean, I will definitely. Is it like scrutiny to check if there's anybody trying to jump us, or is it? I want to have a look.
Sure.
No, okay.
Scrutiny would be if you saw a person.
Oh,
and wanted
right,
to understand their
yeah.
intentions. Notice if you see the people.
Okay, so I'll try notice. I think.
Well, hold on.
Just sort of.
Not yet.
Hmm.
What about everybody else? Just going about your business, or?
Yeah,
Well, I guess the only person who has not answered me is Maverick. So, what's Maverick?
I mean, to the bar we go.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You also said you were comfortable. It's Kyung who hasn't said anything. Two Flower. How does Kyung feel about this?
She's just not gonna try and eye that dog, even though she notices the dog.
Oh, it's a puppy.
She wants
want to
to
give them
pet
scritches.
it, but she knows that the wild dogs here are actually vicious, and they will try and bite your fingers.
Fair.
They also might not be a dog.
I mean, yeah.
It
All right,
could be
so-
a weird little horned dog.
Or a doppelganger in disguise?
Can
Or
doppelgangers canonically shift into dogs?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
a thing?
Good question.
I feel like they gotta stay people size.
I mean, it could be a
maybe
people-sized
if I
dog.
could. Yeah.
Could be a big ass dog that they
All
turn
right,
into.
is the dog just like randomly the size of a person?
Yes, exactly the proportions of a regular person.
Oh no.
I mean, have you seen
Oh,
the size
no.
of chickens here?
Oh, no.
Chickens are pretty big here.
The dog stands up. Its shoulders are taller than me.
It's got a weird tentacle sticking out of its back. I don't know if that's concerning to any of you.
Oh,
No.
it's not at all.
That's called
Cal,
tail.
why don't you have Silas give me a target number 11 notice check?
So I've got AV of 5, and hopefully that'll be. Yep.
Hey!
So it's a 18. Hang on. Do I have the trigger on it? I have. No, I have a mask trigger, so that doesn't help me at all. But okay.
I mean, it's Lucius, and he's wearing a mask.
Well, I mean, the mask trigger also wouldn't work because it's the context clues ones which give me +1 scrutiny, like against a character in the area, which is only the dogs. it's not really.
Quick, scrutinize the dog.
I mean, maybe if the dog does something, but no.
I would like
now
to
it's
press.
just the,
I would like to press B
18.
to scrutinize the dog.
It's Calder's other character that has the ability to commune with animals, not this one.
I do, yep.
As you approach the dog, it looks up, the slipper dangling haphazardly from its jaws. It remains frozen for a moment, then bolts down the street as a half-dozen men come out of an alleyway. They're talking quietly among themselves, but they stop as they notice you in the street. Well, well, the largest man says as he approaches you. And it's then that you notice the iron pokers and wooden clubs in their hands. They're all wearing threadbare clothes, but the sleeves of each have been dyed a bright green color. What have we got here? Don't you know it's dangerous to wander the slums at night? The comment draws chuckles and snickers from the other men, who begin to fan out behind their leader in expectation of a fight. Now, the first man says as he points his iron poker at you, why don't you just put your script at your feet and back away? Nobody has to get hurt.
I don't think this is a good idea, gents. So there. How many of them are there?
What did I say? I think it's 6.
Oof.
Yeah, 6.
Okay. Just contextually, obviously, I've been here for a while. I feel like this is pretty reasonable. Do I think that there is a significant chance of violence or a significant chance that we can't talk our way out of this? Or is this like... Because, I mean, Malifaux's like super dark and gritty as a general rule, right?
Yeah, give me a scrutiny check, target number 11.
I think it's a 7.
You want to cheat?
I can.
My scrutiny is 2. Not really, but...
Okay, I'll say that it seems like their threat is serious. They're all armed, which indicates that they are probably willing to use said weapons if the need arises. But that's really all.
Yeah.
You know.
And then in general, like legally speaking, would I be in the wrong to just fucking murder them? I guess, right? For lack of a better.
Well,
question.
it occurs to you that there ain't no cops around.
Oh, great. Well, I have a plan then. I'll give I would like to give a quick eye to the group. Does everyone seem sort of like
Happy to murder?
apprehensive about this?
Yes, very.
Okay. I am going to just literally whip out my pistol and shoot one of them.
All right, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I'm not. You can't let these fuckers step to you. So
All right, so I'm gonna give Silas something for succeeding on the notice check before. But how do Kyung and Maverick respond to what they say before Kieran has had a chance to?
I am brandishing these knives.
Okay, you were just on site, ready to go. What about Kyung?
Kyung is gonna hide behind everybody. Like she was like at the side, but now she's gonna shuffle toward the back because that's where she's most effective. And
Okay.
if somebody gets shot, they get shot instead of her.
All right, so let's flip for initiative.
All right, let's go.
If you want to open the map, let's flip for initiative. Starting with Cal.
Okay. It's 12.
Blue.
Alrighty. I have a 6.
Okay. 2 flower.
Okie dokie. Flip. Let's check initiative number. Okay, it's 0. Sorry.
So 9 then, right?
Yeah.
Brandon.
all right. I have +1. Boop. 11.
That's many.
Yep. And then I started blasting.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna say that Kyung has a defensive stance to start because she was kind of hiding behind the group. So you can go ahead and give yourself defensive 1.
All
I
right.
will say that obviously Maverick has drawn whatever weapons he would like. Same for Kieran. You'll actually get an opportunity to take a 1 AP shot at the first thug to kick off the combat because you surprised them.
Yeah, buddy.
And I will say that Silas will be fast on turn 1 for passing the notice check. You kind of saw these guys come in a little bit sooner than everyone else and prepared for it. So I guess let's kick it off with Kieran taking a shot at thug number 1. It's going to be against a defense of 8.
All right. My pistol AV is 4.
Oh no. I mean,
that seems good, right? No.
yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm just knowing at the general like state we're in right now. But
Well, I have flipped a 3.
Yeah.
That's
a 7.
I would like to hit though.
Seems fair.
And you're not flipping for them, right? They just have a static value.
Yep.
Okay,
No.
I'll cheat in my card that I drew, which was nice, which is a 10. So I will be at a 14.
Okay. Then you have a straight flip for damage.
Severe for 3.
Okay. So now we will go into the initiative, and Silas is first.
okay. I will use 1 AP to draw my gun because I think to. It's a BD pistol.
Okay.
233, and I will also shoot at the main guy because it seems like a good idea to maybe scare the other ones off. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Target number 8.
It's 12. 13, sorry. Yep.
Okay. So negative flip for damage.
Mm-hmm. That is 6 is
Moderate.
moderate. Yeah, sorry. 3.
All right. Well, he was just talking a whole bunch of smack, and 2 shots ring out, and he hits the floor.
Okay.
Garen just wants to yell. It didn't have to be this way. Although I just got really Scottish for some reason. I think it's because I'm eating bagels.
I think it's because you're being violent, and that's
All right. That's a bit much.
is it.
Probably not. But
All right. Make sure you're both tracking your ammo, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What else does Silas want to do?
Oh, hang on, do I get a second?
You're fast because of the notice check, so you have
Oh,
one
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I guess I'll try to probably shoot the one right behind him, just as a warning shot, maybe to cow the others. I don't know. Might as well try.
Are you trying to hit him, or are you trying to shoot near him and scare him?
I was aiming to add him, but I missed, so it's fine.
What's your accuracy on your gun?
Yeah, didn't you have +3 last time?
Yes, so it's 8.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
target number 8.
That's their
Oh.
defense.
I am so sorry.
So double negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
One more
2.
card.
Oh, double, sorry.
And then we fired a warning shot right into his face.
Into his kneecap. What's your weak damage?
2.
All right. So you see thug number 6 kind of flinch back as he takes a bullet, but they all heft their clubs and look like they're ready to start beating on you. Next up is Kieran.
All right. I have 2 AP, right? So I can shoot twice.
Yep, as long as you got that much
All right.
ammo.
I got that much ammo. I have exactly enough ammo for this plan. Thug 6 was the one that took the bullet.
Yes.
The second bullet. Cool. I will give him a shot.
Target number 8.
Motherfucker.
With
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna let that miss.
you hear a ping as it ricochets off the cobblestones.
But then I sure would like to shoot thug number 2.
Okay.
And
target number 8.
that would hit. But I think I want to put this guy in the ground. So I'm going to cheat in a 12 of rams and use my trigger. I have exactly 2 shots left, so I will use my trigger unload. So it will be a straight flip with +2 damage.
That's
Sounds
good.
And then my gun is empty.
How is it a straight flip? You said you're at a 12?
Yeah, 12 + 4. Sorry, I'm at a 16.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's 2, so 4 total damage.
All right. And that was on number 2, right?
It was on number 2.
4 damages. Is that it for you?
That's it for me.
Next up is Kyung.
All right, let's get Kyung into the ring. All right, click my one. What was the hotkey to summon your range?
Control and then a number. Hold control. and then
Okay,
number.
control. I was doing shift. All right, so this is where I want to be. Then my movement is not super. I could move up, and then I think that'd be it. So we're gonna do that, I think.
Keep in mind you can't walk through Silas, so.
Right, we're gonna walk over here beside the building.
Okay.
Kind of off the path, but not really.
Okay.
And we moved, so I think that's because I don't want to move again because they're gonna move on.
You want to draw a weapon or take defensive stance?
I will take defensive stance.
Okay, you have to drop a card to do it.
All right. Flip.
No. Discard a card out of your hand, I mean.
All right. That's easy.
It's a good way to get rid of bad cards.
Discarded 1.
All right, so just remember that if you're being attacked, you'll get a positive twist on
right.
the defense check, which will come in handy in a minute.
All right.
All right, so thug number 2 gets shot in the chest, kind of near his shoulder. He winces. He kind of recalls back, holds his hand up to the wound, and then looks down and just sees blood gushing. And in response, he will GTFO. He goes
Smart
running
move.
down the street
Yeah.
back to
did
where
it.
they came. However, not all of them are so scared. So thug number 3 is going to charge a Maverick. Give me a... Oh, that's a big number. Oh, no, that's a typo. That's why. Target number 11 defense check.
Oh, it's not 110?
So it says 14, but that's not how the maths. If you math it, then it's an 11. So we'll go with an
Okay.
11.
Okay, I was like, I'm sorry. What thug has a 14?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so you said 11.
11.
I have
Yep.
an AV of 4, so you 8 or better.
I
Just the
do
math.
like you can only defend against this random street thug with a red joker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What does that put you at?
That was a 12 on the first one.
Okay, so that misses.
Here comes the second one.
Yep.
Well, that's a 15.
All right. So he charges in there, takes a couple of swings at you, and you're able to jump out of the way easily. You see it coming.
Boo, you suck. Sorry, in Irish though. Boo, you suck.
All right. Thug number 6 is going to run up. And as he's standing next to his buddy, you notice that it's almost like they're standing in a formation, like if they've done this before. And he takes a very practiced swing at Kieran. You're going to give me a target number 11 defense check, but take a negative twist.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm gonna die now. Where on this sheet is defense?
It's also
Under
under
your drive.
drive. Yep.
Oh, 3. Okay, 8. 8 total.
Okay. So that will be a negative. That will do no damages.
Yeah,
You
buddy.
jokered, yeah.
The first
nice.
flip I make the whole game. God damn it.
I'm invincible.
He was so scared because you just drew on them and started blasting as soon as they threatened you.
Well, Jeff, I think you'll remember that then I started blasting.
Exactly. But let's do it again with a negative. Go.
But let's not though. Is that an option?
Nope, that's
I
not
thought
an
I
option.
thought I had a jacket or something that gave me some sort of situation defensively.
You might have protected on certain suits.
I thought I did, but it doesn't look like I have it listed anywhere, so I'll just assume that I don't. We've done it. All right.
You remember what you
negative again?
spent your opening script on? You should have had 10.
I definitely bought a pistol, which is the gun that I have.
Right.
And then I had
There's a spot on your sheet for inventory stuff that you might have listed.
Yeah. No, I blacksmith tool, pocket pistol, fancy purse, which I just added. No, maybe I just didn't. I also I have and then I have my sponge grimoire.
Right.
Which is not helpful here.
No.
All right, yeah, fair enough. All right, let's just not die. That's the plan. Ready,
Target
go.
number 11 with a negative.
9.
I mean, you're flipping pretty okay for a negative twist.
Yeah.
Well, considering I flipped hot garbage on my 3 attacks so far and had
That's
to cheat,
true.
that's
With a
only
negative.
fair.
So he smacks you in the flank with the club he was holding, and it does 1 damage.
Ow! I go down.
Wow.
You don't.
Worse than Cal's
I mean,
character.
I don't go down, but I'm gonna take a dive.
He
all
didn't
right.
just get defeated, he just took a nap.
So
Tactical action.
thug
Oh,
number 5 is going to charge at Kyung.
Oh, sheesh.
And conveniently enough, you have a negative twist, but because you have defensive, you get a positive twist, so they cancel.
Yeah.
Target number 11.
Done it.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh, that's convenient.
How many is that?
That's a 12 plus my defense of 4.
That's more than 11.
That is way more than 11.
I was hoping you had a negative defense, but I guess that's not a thing, so.
That card looks like if lust were cast in Shakespeare in Hamlet.
Let's
That's
do it
just
again.
old Molly.
I like first edition Molly. She was great.
Is that Molly? No, it's not,
Oh,
really.
First edition Molly, yep.
Yep.
This was before
Wow.
she lost her hair.
Molly
Oh.
has hair. What?
This is before her hair decided to become an entity.
Was Molly's hair its own character in first
You
edition?
didn't read
It
that
definitely acts like it.
story?
No, what? Tell me what? No.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I mean, it looks
I would
it looks
I would
like
read
it
the
is
heck out of
nowadays, but
This is a more calmed down Molly.
All right.
well,
let's do it again.
she's
Target
calm,
number 11.
obviously. From
All right, let's
Hamlet.
go. Let's go. Oh no, that's only an 8.
Want to cheat?
I will not.
All right. With a negative.
Gonna get hit.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Jesus Christus.
That's pretty bad. That's 4 damage.
Oh,
That would-
sweet. She
that
only
would
has
kill
6
me.
wounds.
Do you have armor?
Yeah, light armor.
Does it give you the armor characteristic or no?
Nope. Just
Okay.
gives me protected on rams.
Gotcha.
She was so ready to help contribute, and then this guy just came over and capped her immediately in the stomach.
I mean, that defensive stance is coming in clutch, but not when I accidentally flip 212. So there's that. That also gives you a weak critical effect, which I suppose is better than a not weak critical effect. Let's see.
But also
Critical-
worse than no critical effects.
That's true. I mean, depending on how I flip, it might do absolutely nothing. Weak critical effects are not usually pretty that bad, especially when you have positive health. So let's see. 8. The attack causes a jolt of intense pain. Okay, so that's 8 of masks, which is your legs. Do you have protected legs?
I do not.
Okay. The attack causes a jolt of intense pain. The character suffers negative to all duels she makes on her next turn.
Ugh.
That's not so bad. You could just focus to get around that, and it doesn't affect your defense, which is the more important thing right at this moment. Because thug number 4 is going to charge you.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought the dark was walls. Okay, well,
Nope,
The
just
dark
side of
shame.
the
is
path.
dirty
that's
ground.
unfortunate.
Target number 11.
Oh, sweet. Let's go. That's convenient.
Nice. Okay, one more. Let's see if you can live.
7 and a... Or that should... That's 10, right?
I think that's an 11.
No, 11.
Your
That's
defense
an
is 4.
11. Yeah, defense is...
You want to cheat? You got an 8
I don't have an 8.
or a 9 or a 10 or an 11?
No.
Okay, let's do a double neg then.
Ugh.
1 damage.
Sweet. It hurts so bad.
So he runs up, and between the two of them, you were braced and ready for them, but between the two of them, they're both swinging these little clubs at you, and they're able to make several good impacts with your body, and you feel the stinging pain as it collides with your bones of your ribs.
Ow,
And
my
suddenly she's making
bones.
these really weird gasping noises.
I am getting some PTSD flashbacks of you listening.
Listen, the way to TPK your party is to always get severe or moderate on negative twists, and so far I'm doing good. So
Yep.
You know what? Oh Lord have mercy, this is not good.
all right,
First-
over to Maverick. Do something about it. You are engaged though.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use the trick on what is this Thug? Was it Thug 3, the one who tried to hit me?
Yep.
I'm gonna use trick on him, so it's against his scrutiny.
Scrutiny, you say?
Yeah.
Scrutiny is based on cunning, so that's a
Yep.
target number 6.
And I have an AV of 4, so
That's more gooder.
there I go. That is a 12.
That's a margin of success.
I don't. Let me see if David does anything for trick.
I don't think
It
it does.
doesn't. However, I now get a free positive on all my attack flips, damage flips, and defense flips against him.
Pretty good.
Yes, it is. Which I disengage.
Okay. He will give you a negative twist, but it'll be canceled by your positive twist. So, target number 11.
Yep, that failed.
Okay.
Crap. Alright. Guess we're gonna try disengage again.
Great. Target number 11.
Oh, there we go. I had that earlier. It's a 14 and see how far I can move real quick. Yeah, there very far. Very far.
Well, you can move your whole walk, so wherever you want to.
I disengaged twice and used my 0, so yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Back to Silas.
Would shooting any of them right now kind of have anybody in the crossfire?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Many people.
yeah.
If I remember the rules of Friendly Fire in 2nd edition, which I think I do. Everybody that's within 2 of the target, if they're engaged, counts as the randomization. So, for example, if you were to shoot at thug number 3, you would have to randomize with 2 other thugs and Kieran. So your odds are okay. You may not get the target you want, but you'll hit one of them, probably.
I kind of want to hit 5 because I've just seen these, like 5 and what the other. I mean, I want to hit one of the 2 that have been wailing on the poor girl because that just seems wrong. But
if you shoot thug number 4, you would randomize with 5 and Kyung. If you do thug number 5, you have to randomize with 5 people.
4 then.
Okay.
So yeah.
Just call them in the order that you want to do them. Make sure you call it before you flip it, one at a time.
How does it work exactly? So do I
You will flip 1 card for each person in the
I
that
see.
you're randomizing
Okay.
for. Whoever has the lowest card after you've decided to cheat or not will be the target of the attack.
Okay, so so for Thug 5, it's 1.
Good start.
And Thug 4 is. What does that mean?
Nothing in this context is just a waste of a red joker.
No. Okay, so I guess we. How do we
Flip one more for Kyung, and then everybody can draw a card.
Okay. Do I?
Nice.
That's a 6. Which means.
So if you want to leave it, it'll be thug number 5. If you want to hit thug number 4, you'll have to probably cheat twice. So
No, I'll do Thug 5 because I'm just gonna leave it at.
okay.
Where
Just
it
as a
was-
reminder, everybody draw a card if you didn't just now.
It's awful.
Great. Use it for a defensive stance so you don't get the shit beat out of you in about a minute.
Okay,
No,
so
I don't know that would help, quite frankly.
Well, you can drop the card and take that, so at least you're not on negatives when you're flipping.
yep.
Okay.
So that's
So defense is 11. I'm sorry, 8.
I've got 3, so it's it's just an 8. That's not
So
great.
double neg.
Mm-hmm.
right.
That's 2.
Nope, moderate's 3.
Oh, it is. Sorry, yes, it is.
Yeah,
It
we have
is
the same
3.
gun.
Thank you.
That's-
Okay, fair
yeah.
enough. It's 3, and then I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Flip a card
So
for
I
number
have
5.
to do. Oh boy.
For
It's
number
an 8.
4.
So it's the lowest one that gets
Keep
it.
flipping. Yep.
Can I
You can cheat
now,
after
or
you flip them. Flip
Okay,
2
fair
more
enough.
cards, one at a time.
Okay.
For number 4
For number 4? That's
and for Kyung. All right.
nope. And I'm
So you
actually
hit number 5 again.
Yep, that's fine. That's good then.
Pretty good.
Nasty ass looking.
Defense 8.
Shame.
Again, that's yep.
We're
Well,
just repeating history. Double negative.
Yeah. No,
Wait,
it's no, it's a 2. It's a 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yep. And that's all I got.
All right. That
And
was
then we started
wild.
blasting.
That was wild.
And I'm out of bullets, so next turn will just be a lot of reloading.
All right. Over to Kieran.
All right. So, I think that I have to disengage or I'm going to die.
Probably.
Because like,
if you take defensive stance first, you get a plus on the defense flip. So it's at least a straight flip. That's a thought.
Wow. And that's an AP. Yes. Well, to be
And a
fair,
card.
I'm also out of bullets. So, but then I won't be able to reload. But I won't be able to reload anyway.
You could draw that knife you picked up, but you're out of range because they're range 2.
Oh.
Can you?
No,
No.
they'll just kill me. I have 3 health left. So I'm gonna take a defensive.
Just so you know, in case you're not clear on how this works, when you hit 0 health, you don't just die. You have to take a target number 10 toughness check to see if you remain conscious. You can choose to fail that if you'd like and just pass out. You fall on the ground. And then you'll also take a critical effect based on the type of damage that you took. And then if you take more damage past 0, you'll go into the negatives. And as you get further and further down, A, every time you take damage, you have to take another toughness check to stay awake. And B, the critical effects will get worse. But you don't necessarily just pass out when you hit 0. If you have really low toughness, you probably will, but you know.
Well, I mean, I don't have absurdly low toughness. What's my toughness? Is that a stat?
It's a skill. Yep.
Oh, it's a skill?
Yeah, resilience and
No,
toughness.
right?
Oh no. No, it's fine. It's fine. -2.
Okay,
you know,
so you're gonna pass out. If you get to 0, you're just gonna
well,
fall.
I could flip it. I could flip it 12.
It's true.
Okay. All right. But I'd have so it's an action to pull out my bread knife.
Yes.
And also it would be an action to move closer, which means I wouldn't get to stab anybody anyway.
Yep.
So I might as well pitch my only card for defensive stance and then try and run away.
I think that's probably your best bet because it also has the double effect of if you still get attacked, whether it's because you failed to disengage or because they charge you again, you'll get pluses on that. So it's going to help you both times.
All right. What do I need to disengage?
So first, discard a card to take defensive stance.
Check.
And then you're going to declare disengaging. You're disengaging, and you're going to take a melee attack from one of them. So it's going to be target number 11 with a negative, but it'll be canceled by your positive.
Okay.
And if they miss you, you walk away free.
Cool. And this is against my defense, which is 3. That is not it. I do not have anything to cheat.
All right, you stay where you are.
Neato.
Guys, it's going great. It's going great.
Well, somebody help.
Cool.
Ideally, because I'm gonna die. That's what I've got.
All
I've
right.
done everything that I can here.
Did you, after I
Young.
reshuffled the deck, did you draw a card?
I did. That was
Okay.
the card I did.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cheated twice to hit and then put 2 guys in the ground.
Yeah.
Or in the ground and way over that way, which was worth it, but, you know.
All right, back to Kyung.
All right. We are directly in range of Thug 5 and 4.
Yep.
And
Thug 5 looks really worse for the wear. Thug 4 looks totally fine. And Thug 6 also looks a little bloody. Not quite as bad as Thug 5.
Yeah.
all right.
Thug
So
6, I think, has
because-
4 health. 5 should have 1 health. Maybe. In that we did 6 damage to the guy who's dead, and I assume that they all have the same profile, but maybe they don't. I don't know.
One of them's a super thug.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
one?
The
We
one
don't
that's-
know. It's randomized.
The one that's
Yeah, the
dead
one-
is the super thug. I'm just kidding.
The one that's secretly Lord Chompy Bits in disguise.
Exactly. He's wearing a thug costume.
Oh,
Which
no.
is just a dead
Or-
thug wrapped around his body.
Or, yeah, it's not really a costume. He's just wearing a thug.
Right, exactly.
Oh, no.
Well, either way, I'm going to try and cast a quick elemental projectile onto Thug 5.
Is that
If
not
I'm-
a projectile with a projectile symbol?
I don't know, I don't have the book open.
I believe elemental projectile is in
5
fact
yard.
a projectile. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that has the gun symbol, which means you can't use it while you're engaged.
Dang it. Well, that's okay. I will just use something else instead. Like getting defensive stance.
Okay.
Get that in quick, and then we are going to move.
Are you disengaging?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're
first,
just going to move back now.
if you're moving out of their melee range, then you have to take a disengaging strike.
Alright.
So it's going to be a target number 11. Your plus will cancel their negative. So just target number 11 defense.
Alright, let's see what we get. We got a 3.
I cheat.
And I'm not going to cheat because my cards are too low.
Well, at least you guys are burning the bad cards on the disengaging strikes. Hopefully that'll pay off, maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Otherwise, it's not.
Well, maybe it won't. Well, we could have a repeat of a couple months ago. All right, so back to the thugs. Could you turn off the aura on Kyung? For some reason, sometimes when other people turn them on, Vassal doesn't let me turn them off. Don't know why.
Oh, that's fun.
I can't turn it off.
It doesn't. It's not letting you.
No.
Shit is so annoying.
It's blinking. It's blinking for me. Like I see it going on and off.
The 1-inch
On
one.
my screen is just on.
There we go.
Oh, now it
Sweet.
Now it does.
Okay.
Thank you, Vassal.
Vassal's the worst. So thug number 5 also seems to have come to the conclusion that this is a bad idea, and he will flee.
Smart man.
Yeah, you better run.
But thug number 2 is way ahead of him, so he'll run off the side of the board. Which is funny because it seems like they were winning, but that's how it works. So let's run with it. Thug number 4 is going to attack Kyung, and for some strange reason, you will no longer get a negative twist. So your positive twist from defensive stance will actually be a positive. So target number 11 with a positive.
All right, let's see what happens.
Can I just say, it sounds
Two
like these
cards.
thugs have pack tactics, which means that they are the dog from earlier.
Well, that's still not good.
That is not good. So my defense is still like only a 9 with the 5.
All right, so they will have a negative twist. Again!
Joker!
Again!
Oh no.
Unbelievable.
No way.
Blue, I took your superpower.
You mean my curse?
Yeah, exactly.
How
These-
did you
these
whiff that?
thugs-
I was right in front of you.
Their heart's really not in it, clearly.
It's
Um,
because of all of my banter.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's
Shooting
do it
them
again.
first is also probably helpful.
Target number 11 defense with a plus.
Oh no, I thought that.
All
oh,
right.
well. Why can't they be more than one black dress?
With a plus, one more
7 and
card.
4. All right. Oh hey, that passes with a 15
All right.
on the positive twist.
So seemingly without his buddy shoulder to shoulder with him, he's much less aggressive with his attack, and it will fail. But thug number 3 and thug number 6 are still ready to go. It's a good thing that Kieran is the tankiest character. Why don't you give me a target number 11 defense check with it'll be a straight flip because you're canceling the negative.
13.
Sweet. Again, you got to pass 4 of them, so let's see what you got.
13 and then 11.
Okay, so that one will hit unless you want to cheat.
But I thought that was my target number.
Yeah, but it's combat, so
But I'm the main character. No, that's fine. 3 pick the lowest.
It's okay. You can be the main
Please-
character
Please
now.
do 1.
1 damage.
Yeah, buddy. 2 damage, 2 health left.
All right, you could survive this. Thug number 6. Do it again.
I probably can't though.
Target number 11.
Hey,
Hey, one more. Flip it
15.
again. Flip it
All right.
again. That's
Oh.
not. You did it wrong. You should have flipped higher.
7 though puts them on a negative at least.
No cheating.
I have no cards in hand.
Okay.
can't cheat.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm probably fine, right?
Oh, red Joker. The Jokers this game. Wild. It's a
The
wild
card
time.
giver and the card giver taken away.
All right. So that's going to be 4 damages.
Okay, I have sustained 6 total damage and have 4 health.
All right. So first, take a target number 10 toughness check. See if you stay awake.
All right, 6.
Okay, you do not.
Wild.
So now you are going to take 2 severe critical effects. You're at -2 health, right?
Yep. Why do I take 2? This is the first time I'm taking damage past 0.
So the red
Nope.
Joker in this, instead of doing severe plus weak, it does severe and a severe critical effect.
Oh no!
And then you take another one
Yeah.
critical, you're at 0.
Hmm.
It's bad.
Okay.
I mean, it may not be bad. It may be a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. We'll see.
decapitated head.
Could be that.
Don't, please.
Oh,
what-
that's so sad.
What is this, Blood Bowl?
So on your head, some major organs or a critical component of your body was damaged. You suffer 2 damage that does not create another critical effect. So go down to -4,
Ow.
which will make this flip worse. Oh man, you got so lucky on the critical effects.
Could have been another black Joker, but you got saved.
You have no protected condition as far as you know right now from armor?
I do not.
All right, so this will do broken bone to your arms. The affected
Okay.
location is rendered useless. If this affects an arm or leg, it has the same effect as useless limb. If this affects the head, doesn't matter. Okay. Useless limb, I think, means one of your arms just can't be used until it's fixed.
Ow.
Yikes.
Okay, no, it's not that you can't use it. It's going to be you're gonna suffer double negatives if the duel requires you to use that arm. So
Okay.
I feel like there should be a distinction between handedness to say that if it was your right arm and you're right-handed, then you can't fight with your right arm anymore. But
Yeah.
being that your weapons are all one-handed, I'm gonna say as long as you're not dual wielding the knife and the pistol, you can still fight normally.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm unconscious now. Wake me up before you go.
Hey, that song I know.
Gonna hang it out like a yo-yo.
All right. Well, the good news is you absorbed all of their attacks with your body. You were the meat shield, even though clearly you were not equipped for that. So
Yeah. Well, multi-purpose character, you know.
there you go.
Jack of all trades. I do a little bit of everything, including being a punching bag.
Back to Maverick.
Alrighty, so is Thug 3 and or Thug 6 currently engaged with anybody?
No, because Kieran is sleeping.
Thug 6 has already taken some damage as well.
Well, here's the greatest thing. That was probably the best thing you could have done, and I know that sounds mean, that going unconscious is the best thing you could have done. But I assure you, it's going to significantly better your chances of not having a knife in you.
No, trust me. That was always my plan.
It was a very
All right,
cunning
so
maneuver to
okay, so
take all those batons to your face.
all right, and here's
Very-
another weird question to follow it up. Who's first in the initiative?
Silas.
Okay, so my first action, I'm going to use Trick on Thug number 3, because
I think it's a target number 6.
yep, and I have an AV of 4, so I only need 2 or better. Well, he has been tricked.
All right.
Then I'm going to use the wait action twice. Now me using the wait action is a little bit different than the normal. My initiative doesn't go down, and any action I use for the wait action is at its cost -1.
So 0.
For AP cost.
Is it?
So I'm going to have fan the knives on my wait twice on number 3 and on number 6. So one fan the knife going at 3 and one going at 6. Right after Silas does an action.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah,
so once he does an action, you're going to throw 2 knives? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm going to throw 6 knives.
How would it be 6?
Fan the knives, I can discard a card to make 3 rage attacks on one target.
Isn't that a 3 AP or a 2 AP action?
Yes, I can wait a 2 AP action at 1 AP.
It lets you take a negative to it because normally a weight would be extra AP.
Trooper does the action at -1. Does the action, decreases the cost of the weight action by 1, and lackadaisically, whatever the talent I have, makes the weight action cost the same AP. So it's the same AP -1.
Huh. Okay.
Yep. I can't do it if I'm engaged since it's a projectile, and
Right.
so that kind of like made stuff really difficult when he got engaged with me immediately.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I was trying to disengage.
Okay. So Maverick is done. Over to Silas.
I think honestly, because I think the reload is 2 AP. It's 2. Yep, it's 2 AP. So I'm just gonna reload my gun. That's all I can do. That's my 2 actions, and then you do the knife thingy because.
Well, first 3 attacks on Thug 3, discarding a card, and let's go for attack number 1.
So these are positives. He's defense 8.
Defense 8, and I have an acting value of 5. Well, that's a 9. Not cheating.
Don't you get a positive because you tricked him?
Oh, yep, you're right. Never mind, that's a 14.
Oof.
Straight flip?
Positive flip because of trick.
Oh, right. I forgot to apply the damage.
So, moderate of 3.
All right. Again?
Yep. Oh,
damn.
Well, okay, that's an 18.
All right. So that's a plus. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's still a straight.
But gets a plus from trick. Well, that's another 3.
All right. He goes down.
Kieran mutters in his unconscious stupor, "You suck."
I you know
Yeah,
what?
what's it like on the ground?
No, I'm not gonna do the third. I'm not gonna make the third one since he went down.
Right.
Now I'm gonna discard my last card in hand to make 3 attacks against 6.
Okay.
Yep, straight flip. That is a 10.
All right. With a negative.
Yep. That's gonna be 2 damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
How many knives are you carrying, just out of curiosity?
I have 5 in total, so I threw 2, and this is about to be my 4th. So
Right.
I've thrown all my knives. But you can sure bet that I'm going to pull them out.
Yeah. Good.
Alright, so well, that's a fail.
And
Well,
one more.
Yeah. Yep. That's a 10.
With a negative.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Those two 12s are
that's
buddies, huh?
a 5.
Vassals.
It was the same 12s like last time, wasn't it?
I
Like
don't know if they're the same ones, but it's the same. same
No,
number.
I think it was actually those two
It
12s.
might have
Yeah.
been.
Well, I guess the double 12s have come to greet me. Well, Dice, I guess you got my curse, and I flipped around on you.
All right, so
Now
you just see a
I
flurry
have
of
the first
knives fly past your head over Kieran's unconscious body and stick into these two guys. They both collapse on the ground.
I love the idea that just like Silas was so like concerned by Maverick's like knife use in the card, and now just like the knives whizzing past his head. It's like, oh fuck me.
Again, knife throwing is a very, very transferable skill into being a mercenary.
Exactly. Okay, so
The problem is I'm now unarmed, which is a problem.
right, well that's I guess that kind of balances this to an extent. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Also, I'm kind of unarmed, but in a different way.
Yeah, you had an arm broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Silas's turn, which was exciting. He reloaded twice.
Yep.
And now we're back to Kieran. Kieran, what kind of dream are you having while you're unconscious?
Just probably about how shitty these thugs are. Like they're just really, really bad thugs. You know, like
Yeah.
I like my gran thugs better than these lot. Yeah.
I knew
Fuck
your
these
grand.
thugs.
It's true.
Yeah. She was. I mean, she was a hell of a thug in her day. But yeah.
All right. And then we will go to Kyung.
All right. Am I still engaged with number 4?
Yep.
Mr. 4, he is not going to let me go.
Doesn't seem like it.
And I cannot cast my cool spells to hit him because he's engaged with me. So I'm going to have to put on these cool knuckle dusters that I have. I'm going to have to spend one
unless
turn.
your spells are projectiles, you could still
My spells
cast
are
them.
projectiles.
They are projected.
Oh,
Do you have another spell?
Not one that would be helpful, no.
Gotcha.
Unless I want him to come closer to me.
I mean, you know.
I'm pretty sure it's a projectile as well.
Well, I was going to say your knuckle dusters aren't in range, so you do actually want to be closer to him, but
you could just walk.
Yeah, but
That's the other thing. I could just walk to
so
which is prob
1 AP to equip the knuckle duster is 1 AP to walk.
gonna walk right up to him.
All right.
Suddenly, this small lady is coming toward him. She's making a weird wheezing noise because she hasn't healed from getting her ribs caved in. She's got these little cheap knuckle dusters. She's gonna punch him in the throat, probably.
Well, in response, he's going to heft this little baton that he's carrying, and he's going to try to whack you with it.
Ah, sweet.
Chivalry is clearly dead. Target number 11.
All right. Sweet.
That's part of the 11.
it's in fact like a 1.
It's a 5 total.
That's bad. Do you want to cheat?
No.
All right, straight flip it is. Oh boy,
Oh,
that'll be 4 damages.
She was trying to do something, and now she's down on the floor.
Well, you got to take your toughness check first. How much health do you have now?
All right. I have -3
Okay.
if you did 4 total.
Yep.
All right, Flippy for that. Okay, that's helpful for me. Because my toughness is 3. So that makes that a 14.
All right. So we're going to do a severe critical effect and a weak critical effect. We'll do the weak one first.
All right.
You're at -3, you said?
Yes.
So masks is your legs. You suffer 1 more damage. That does not generate a
Okay.
critical effect.
-4 then.
And a severe agonizing pain. Do you have protected on any of your body parts?
I got protected on my chest.
Well, this is chest, so we can ignore the agonizing pain, which is good because agonizing pain is a really bad critical effect.
Right.
Protected is very good. Okay, well, the bad news is it's going to
Yay.
try to hit you again.
It's okay. She's on the floor.
No, you passed your toughness check.
All right.
So, target number 11.
Oh, no.
God damn.
Last card of the deck, too. That's only a 5 total.
Okay, well, I have to reshuffle before anything can happen so everybody can draw a card.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Oh, it's not under a 5 for the second time this game. We've done it.
Hey, Kyung, you want to cheat?
I got a 6 now, so maybe. Let's see what happens. Wait, no.
What's your
never
defense?
mind.
3?
My defense is 4.
4. So 6 would put it on a negative. Right now, you're at a straight. So.
All right, I'll put in that 6 then.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
That's 3.
She's very, very gone.
Target number 10, toughness.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
I don't
I
know
am
that
sorry,
does it.
everyone.
I'm having flashbacks of the TPK. Oh, God. Okay, so
Was
she
this
passes out. What's your negative at now? -7? -8?
-7.
All right. Moderate critical
She's gonna
effect.
die soon.
No, she's not.
No, we're fine.
Do you
It's
have protected
okay.
head?
I do not.
This attack causes a great deal of pain. The character must immediately make another unconsciousness challenge, but it doesn't matter because you failed it, so it does nothing. All right. Well, you lay down next to Kieran for a little nap.
Come on in. Water's fine.
There's a lot of blood coming out of her nose and eyes now.
We're back to Maverick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure blood's supposed to come out of those. So you're all right.
Well, so here's a predicament here, which is gonna make things really funny. See, I only have a walk of 3, so I can't reach to where any of my knives are. However,
Can you magneto them back into your hands?
no. Kieran, you have done something magnificent by pulling out your bread knife.
I mean, it's just there. If you want it, it's
Yeah.
yours for the taking.
So
Yeah.
here's the game plan.
We just need it back when we're done.
I'm going to use 3 weight actions. 1 to walk as a 0 towards where Kieran's is. 1 AP to pick up the knife, and the third weight to throw the knife at the thug. After Silas, the only other person who's still awake on our side, does something.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you get away with this for this game, but I think in the future that you're not going to just be able to use weight to get free AP for everything that you do, because that seems a little bit broken.
And that will be it.
I don't have to randomize shooting at the thug now because Kyung is down, correct?
Yeah, Kyung is gone. She's on the floor.
Yeah, but so I don't have to randomize the pistol, correct?
Yeah, no, it's a.
Okay, no, just double check. Okay, so that's no. I'm gonna cheat in. Actually, I'm gonna cheat in an 8 for 11.
Okay, double 9.
That's a 3, and 16. And I just want to double check if I haven't. I don't think no, I don't have a trigger on it. I'm not Gunther. I don't have a trigger on my. That's straight on. That's also 3.
All right, that will do it, guys. We survived.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Unless the other 2 come back with
Yay.
reinforcements, in which case we're screwed.
Doug 5 turns around and runs at the party.
Yeah.
He ran away, rather.
All right.
So you can close out the map, and then you can discard as many cards as you would like, and then draw cards until you have 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I will discard no cards and draw cards until I have 3.
That
We've done it.
We've somehow not died yet.
We did it.
Okay. Can I wake up now?
No,
Oh,
not unless somebody decides to try to help you.
that seems problematic.
Oh, hang on. I was gonna do a doctor flip on Kieran.
I have a -1 in Doctor. I don't think that's a very good idea for me to do.
I have an AV of 3, so
Okay, good.
Target number 5.
here I go. Well, that's a
Wow.
14.
Bro, I'm so fucking awake right now.
Well, so that's going to heal 2. So what is your health at then?
Negative.
I think that puts you at 0 now.
No, hold on. I haven't scrolled down. Yeah, exactly 0.
Okay, so you can wake up. Kyung, on the other hand, is a different story.
Oh.
Kyung, how do you get so messed up in every...
I think it's just because she's a target.
Yes.
Let's go use doctor on the other one.
She's just got very breakable ribs.
Yeah.
Look, some people have punchable faces. I
Yep.
guess she just has breakable ribs.
You're at like what, negative?
-7.
I ain't gonna be able to doctor you back up enough.
Well, you can still try.
Just staple her back together. It's okay.
Okay, here I go. AV3. That's a 15.
Wow. That'll heal 3.
Um,
And I have to wait an hour to try that again.
Yeah.
All right.
You can try to just
Sure.
wake her up, though. Like, she doesn't automatically wake up from healing, but you can try to just...
wake her up before we go. So as Kieran sort of comes to, I think, you fucking thugs, and teach your grand to suck eggs.
Yeah, don't worry, pal. I put enough knives in them; they'll probably learn their lesson if they survive. But I think you've learned your lesson too about shooting before discussion here, especially with a
Well,
broken arm.
If that, fuck my arm. It's fine. It's not my shooting arm. It's good. But maybe we could not leave me out in front next time. That'd be grand.
Says the guy who walked out in front and then instigated the fight.
All right. Look, no.
Well, anyways, all of you are just lucky I cut myself up enough just to know how to patch myself up when need be.
Yeah, you really cut your life into pieces. This is your last resort.
This has to stop.
It's time to stop.
Drop.
Settled
Settled.
I will go get my knives, by the way, so I don't accidentally leave them.
Okay.
Oh, did you end up taking? You didn't end up having to take the bread slicer, right? Because
No, I didn't have to take it since the stuff. You still have your ID.
yeah.
You get to keep your tiny bread carving knife.
It's evidence. It's really important. Yeah. I'll get to my feet and I don't know, see if there's maybe something I can like sort of splint my arm with or like tie it. Oh, these guys don't need all their clothes. They're probably just help me. Somebody hold this. I gotta pull out the bread slicer, slice off a bit of fabric, make just a little sling for my.
I think Silas shrugs and we'll do that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna try to find like the cleanest looking fabric to not make
None
the
of it's
injury
especially
worse.
clean looking, but some of it doesn't look as soiled as the rest. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That one right there. That one's undershirt. Looks to be pretty appealing. Well, I could use a drink. I don't know about you.
Well, I mean, so I think as Silas is kind of like cutting up like the cloth. Can I check their pockets? I mean, if they've been mugging people all night, they might have something on them.
It's true.
Sure. Does anybody want to try to wake Hyung up, or are we just leaving her laying in the dirt?
Well, we secure the scene first. Make sure none of them are awake and alive.
How would I go about waking her up? Because I don't really have a good idea. Because I don't think there's a clean bucket of water around here. And
We could just try a doctor check. Let's do target number 7 this time. It won't do a heal. It'll just be to kind of get her a little more comfortable and try to wake her up.
Well, the 4 or better. Well, that's not a 4.
Wow.
I mean, I have 0. I can, but also I could just walk over.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Somebody else could try if you want to try.
Does Kieran have ranks in doctor?
No.
Well, then you can't assist. You can try it as well if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't have a 0. I mean, my stat is, my AV is not negative, is what I mean.
All right, target number 7.
Oh my god.
Young has really had a time of it, and would rather sleep through this.
Yeah. All right. Where'd that dog go? Maybe we can strap her on.
So do I need to have ranks in doctor to try to help her like regain consciousness? Okay, I'll try.
Number 7.
Mm-hmm. No, that's okay. I'm gonna cheat in a 12 of crows, so it's 11.
So Kyung was having this really pleasant dream about her homeland.
Sorry.
And she in the off to the side in the dream, there's people like nagging at her, like yelling her name and like pushing her and shaking her around. And for a while, she just tolerates it as she's walking through the city she grew up in. But then at some point, the voices become a little bit more real as Silas shakes her, and she suddenly kind of comes to, looking down at her badly abused body.
Why would you wake me up?
So you don't die?
I need to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
And then she just like coughs up like a little globule of blood on herself.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll pack it up here later.
I could have been at home right now. I was
well, that's not my fault.
I was almost there, and you woke me up.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go down to the bar, have a drink. That'll get you right.
Find this girl. Just go get her paid. I'll go home for a while.
Yeah, we'll find.
Yeah,
we'll find the lass. I'm sure she's fine. Probably in better shape than you. Check. Oh, did we check their pockets? We gotta check their pockets.
Yep.
I only.
Definitely got checked pockets.
They're all wearing some of them are now wearing ripped up, dirty clothes, but they're all wearing somewhat dirty clothes. They each have a little makeshift weapon. Some of them have bats. Some of them have like little clubs that are made out of wood. The one guy who appeared to be the leader, who originally approached you, had a scrip and a half in his pocket, but nobody else had any other possessions.
So let's split the script in half, I guess. I don't know. It's not gonna come up too much, but
I mean, maybe we put it towards the first drink for this one.
You know what? That's a good idea. Yeah.
Gesturing over to the very battered.
I think Silas looks at Silas looks at the unconscious body and kind of like to them, but nobody else in particular goes, "You're just really bad at being thugs, aren't you?" Turns around.
These thugs are shite.
Can't even rob people properly. Jeez.
Yeah, no, they fucking just awful thugs, awful.
Good fighters.
Anyway, off to the bar.
Yep.
Before we do leave, though, Kyung-hee, despite being incredibly fucked up, is going to arrange the dead thugs neatly in like.
They're just unconscious. They're not dead.
Oh, they're not dead?
Oh, one moment, please.
Okay, I thought these ones were dead.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna come after us if we leave them. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably tie them up or something.
Oh yeah, I definitely tie them. That's what I was thinking too.
I'm pretty sure he was going to use the bread knife to tie them up.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Here, let me. Yeah. Oh no, I slipped on this one.
Okay, there's 3 unconscious thugs now.
I just assumed with the skull they were dead, but
no. In this game, anytime something, unless I say otherwise, anytime something goes down, it's just going unconscious, not dying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, 3 of them have like multiple gunshot wounds and are probably going to bleed out by themselves if just left.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not our problem at that point.
what was the other damage from? Is it? Are they literally? Do all of them have gunshot wounds, or are
Yes.
some of them?
They either have gunshot wounds or several knife wounds.
Oh, and you like ripped the knives out messily, yeah. Yeah, I say we just drag them off the path. They're not gonna they're gonna bleed out before anyone can help them. I don't
think
think
it's
we really
probably.
need to do more.
I mean, if we leave them in the middle of the path, like they'll get moved a lot quicker by someone else that's not us.
And I think the dog is going to have a great like midnight
The
snack.
dogs.
The
Oh, for
dogs
sure.
are going to take care of it.
No, but I think their mates might come back. So we probably leave them. I mean, it doesn't really matter where we leave them. I don't think by the time anyone finds them, there'd be
I
anything to
think we
do.
should head to the bar and get away from this as quick as
Yeah,
humanly
let's.
possible.
Yeah, I could use a drink. Ow. I think as Kieran's like, I could use a drink. He like tries to put his arm up and just is like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Off
just
to the
gonna
bar.
pull them aside to do a little funerary rites, but I don't want to do that now. My head hurts too much. It hurts too much to breathe.
Yeah,
It
it's for the
hurts
best.
everywhere.
Don't waste your time on this chaff. They weren't even good thugs. That's like the easiest job you can do. You just gotta rob people, hit them with sticks.
They might have been bad thugs. That doesn't mean that they were. Actually, it does mean they were bad people.
Yeah, no, yeah, that does. Yeah, that's
I
thugs,
contradicted myself before. I thought.
Yeah. No, it's all right. You took a couple shots to the head. But nothing to point. Won't solve. And Kieran will saunter off down the lane.
All right, so you all continue down this. Now, you're going to have memories of this place that are going to go back a long ways after the harrowing experience that you just had. But you make your way past this intersection, continue down the street. Everything pretty much looks the same. You don't see any other thugs milling about, even though you're kind of keeping your eyes peeled now, a little bit more weary. And eventually, after you pass a couple more blocks, in the distance you see a building on the left side of the street that has some more activity going on. You can see that inside is lit up, and there's a whole bunch of people that appear to be kind of drinking and having a good time at what appears to be a bar. So as you approach, you walk in the front door, and the place is pretty busy. You have to kind of push past people to get deeper inside, and it's a little bit uncomfortable for those of you who have been wounded. But it looks like a pretty standard kind of slums bar. It's not the highest class affair, but there's a bar on the opposite side that looks like it's being tended to, and there's some folks playing poker in the corner, and a bunch of other folks just kind of milling about and enjoying themselves.
Okay.
I think Kieran is gonna go up to the bar. I think also before walking in, maybe we should all sort of not necessarily split apart, but sort of break up and try and look for this Sultan character, right? I don't think it wouldn't. I don't think it'd behoove us to all stay together as we go through. Although I mean, if it's pretty busy, maybe, but. Does that make sense?
It's pretty busy, but
yeah,
you can. I think you can.
Yeah,
you can make your way through the crowd reasonably easily. You just kind of got to push past some folks and anyway. But it's not a huge place either, so
yeah, I'm gonna try and have a seat right at the bar.
Okay, so you push your way through the crowd, make your way up to the bar.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past.
Oh my God.
It's gonna cut out your whole audio track. It'll be easier than cutting out all these different things. You get up to the bar and you find an empty stool. You sit down on it, and the sort of older gentleman, kind of heavy-set guy with a big, thick beard, comes walking over. What can I get for you?
Oh, it's been a rough night. And sort of move my sling and be like, oh fuck, my arm. Something strong, and a pint to wash it down with. Barkeep.
Amazing.
Thank you.
He's gonna look down at the clear injuries on your body, but it doesn't seem to faze him as much as you might expect. He's gonna pour a shot of dark alcohol out of an unmarked bottle.
Oh, Very appetizing.
He's gonna turn back around, put it down in front of you, and then he's gonna pour a beer, put it next to it.
I'm gonna do the trick where I do the shot without touching it.
What with your mouth?
You're gonna
Yeah.
Nice.
That does raise his eyebrow. He kind of watches as if this is somewhat strange and unexpected.
Yeah, good stuff, barkeep.
I'll say that the liquor isn't the worst that you have probably had. It's not high quality, but it tastes like a reasonable whiskey. The beer is a little bit flat though.
Wait, it's like dark black whiskey.
It's dark brown, but yeah.
Ugh. All right. Well, all right. That's concerning. Maybe it's just probably just a lot of peat.
Yeah. That gives it some
Peat.
flavor. Yep.
Like a lot. Like they're
Like a
chunks
lot.
floating.
Just
Yeah,
made
like a
of
lot.
peat. It's
It's
peat,
just.
like-
It's mostly. It's just peat blended with whiskey.
I was
like,
gonna say
just-
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He watches this strange behavior of yours and kind of seems to shrug it off. It's gonna be 10 pence.
oh, come on! Can't you see? A man. Obviously, I've taken a beat, and surely this one could be in the house. No.
He's gonna lean down and like put his right arm on the bar, and as he does that, it kind of causes his like bicep to flex, and you see that he's got these like pretty, like he's a heavy set dude, but he's got like really thick arms. I said it's 10 pence.
Can I make a barter check?
You can make a bewitch check.
I don't want to make a bewitch check.
I don't care.
Maybe. Hold on one second. I just want to.
The only chance you have is if he takes pity on you because of your condition. So you have to bewitch him. He will not barter.
Show a little leg while you do it. Roll your shoulder a little bit. Show off your superstructure.
No, that's fine. I'll just pay for my drink. But I'm gonna
You don't even want to try to bewitch check? What if he has a crush on you?
well,
You don't know
Well,
what he's into.
if I try it and fail miserably, that ends badly. No.
If it's like margin of failure status, yeah.
All right, that's fine. I'll try it.
All right, target number 9.
8.
Just an 8. Oh, you were so close.
I was so close. I'm not cheating. My only above a 9. My only severe. Obviously, we're gonna pay for the drinks. I think I'll take an extra little bit of effort to like struggle to like get some script out of my whatever thing, just to really ham it up. And I will pay him double. So I'm gonna put some extra moolah down, and while we're at it, barkeep, excellent establishment, by the way. Wonder if you might have seen a guy around here. Goes by the name of Solden. It's a bit of a quirky chap. Me and some of my friends are worried he might be a little in over his head. We're just looking out for him.
So you're putting 20 script up, 20 pence up, you said?
Yeah. Or I don't know what is it? 100 per script?
Yeah, it's just pen.
I'll put a whole script up.
Damn.
Wow, this guy's loaded.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Give me a convince check, target number 8, but take a positive for your bribe.
yeah, buddy. Oh boy, will I? Because I'm a convincing motherfucker. Sorry, I keep swearing, Jeff.
No.
I don't know if you're gonna bleep these out, but
Nope.
I feel like it's sort of in character,
This is an adult game for adults, so we curse.
No children's allowed.
All right. What'd you say? 8?
Yep.
Fine. I'll cheat in an 11.
Did
There's
anyone
my
else
high mask.
follow him that might be able to help him with this?
I mean,
I mean, unless somebody can do something, I'll cheat if I have to. But
this is was it for
Convince.
okay? Oh, then I can if you let me help, I've got 3 in convince.
yeah, please.
Yep,
3,
go for it.
3 in the skill or an AV of 3?
Rank.
So how do you help?
What does that do?
You add the ranks from the person who's assisting to you.
Oh yeah. So as I'm, I'll gesture. We're looking for him, and we're just afraid he might be in a little over his head.
He's not been well lately. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been having a rough time.
Man, I wish I heard what you said before I gave you that duel. Because I'd have given you a negative.
Oh, Well, I just put up money though, so.
Well, that would have canceled the negative. It would have been a straight. But anyway, it's fine. So
I mean,
he's
it would have worked either way, Jeff, because I flipped a 7 and a 6 plus
Fair.
3 still beats the GN.
He's gonna stand back up straight, and again, you kind of notice he's a pretty big dude. He's like probably 6'2". He's going to look down his nose at both of you. Pithy, huh? What? You guys friends of his?
Well, can I gauge his whether it looks like he's sort of pissed at this guy or not before I say yes, we're friends?
I could probably help with the scrutiny as well.
I'm not even gonna have you check it because it's too obvious. You can clearly tell that he is not a fan. It's clear that he knows the name and he is not like this person.
Yeah. Look, I wouldn't say we're friends in any respect. We've never really met the guy, but I guess we're more trying to
Keepers,
help out.
minders.
We're trying to help out his doctor. His doctor is sort of worried for him. He's real unwell, and quite frankly, we're the doctor's making it worth our while, which is why I'm passing that benefit along to you. And I'll just sort of slide the script a little forwarder on the bar.
He takes the script and he puts it in his pocket, but he's gonna kind of cross his arms over his chest. So let me get this straight. You're bringing him to be committed?
Ideally, yeah.
As you respond in the affirmative, you see a smile kind of crawl across his face. It's about time he gets what's coming to him. How can I help?
Well, right now we just need to find him. We think he might, and I'll sort of like look around and lean forward and try and keep it a little bit quieter. We think he might have taken a young girl.
Young girl, you say?
Yeah, about 14. You haven't seen either of them, have you?
Can't say that I have, but he owes me some money. That's kind of a shame. I knew he was into running out on his tab and being a little crazy, but kidnapping, that's a whole new low. Honestly, it's a shame we got to be open for another couple hours, or I'd come with you. Give him what's coming to him.
I mean, we don't know what is he violent? Is he delusional? What exactly is his deal?
Well, I'm no head doctor, but he's definitely not okay. That's all I know.
You promise?
What?
Promise what?
Oh, yeah. He's not okay. He's not okay.
Hey, you all right there? And he looks down at you.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, took a bump on the noggin earlier.
Did you need some help with that?
But I mean, yeah. What you got? Anybody who can maybe look at an arm wouldn't be too. Oh, as I just lift and gesture, keep doing it. Maybe another strong one that might help a bit.
Well, one of the barmaids knows her way around some medical instruments. If you want her to have a look, I can't say I can do much to help you.
Oh yes.
I'd probably go and break it worse than it already is. And he gives a little chuckle.
Yeah, ideally not. That'd be quite okay. But yeah, if this barmaid's around and she'd have a look, I'd make it worth her while.
So he whistles with his two fingers in his mouth,
and
a second later, a young girl, probably in like her early 20s. She's not. She's a little bit rough looking. She's clearly from the slums, just like all the other folks that are around here. But she kind of walks over with a warm smile, and he nods towards you guys. Hey, you mind taking a look at these folks? Looks like they've been having some trouble out there tonight.
Oh yeah. It's been quite the night, lass.
So she's gonna lead you into a back room. Is everybody else with the two of them, or where did
It feels a bit personal to follow him when he's getting doctored on, but do you want us? I'll come along if you want me to.
I think Kieran probably is looking around a bit nervously.
Okay, I'll come along.
This girl is not. This girl is not gonna go into a back room alone with any one person. So
yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, Kyung's following along. She's just been hovering,
All right.
holding onto her ribs, not really talking, because if she does
Yeah.
try and talk, she's just gonna make a weird gruggly noise, because her mouth is still full of blood.
Yeah. Also, our friend here is probably in rougher shape than I am. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
And
So
she just like starts vomiting blood.
I tried to hold it in.
as soon as she sees Kyung, she's gonna run over and help her walk into this back room. There's only one chair, but she's gonna sit Kyung down and immediately grab some alcohol and some bandages and start trying to help Kyung secure her body because it's clearly hammered to shit.
The sting is not nearly as bad as the beating was.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
there's gonna be plenty of sting. So,
It's okay. It's all comfortably numb now.
what's your health at right now again? -4.
-4. Yeah,
It's pretty
Damn.
bad. Okay.
very pretty.
I think Silas will at least try to ask the barkeeper if he has any like honey pot whiskey, but then he gives up on like because he probably doesn't. But he's like worth a try.
Are you asking the bartender? Or are you asking this woman?
Bartender.
When you mention the honey pot, he kind of looks at you confused. It's on the other side of the city. He isn't familiar with it. Can't say we have that brand.
Okay. Worth a try.
Fancy whiskey, boy. You want that served into the decanter, sir?
Special little kick to it. I like it. Anyway.
While the woman is patching up our friend here, I probably will just thanks so much for the attention. I know she can really use it, but you wouldn't happen to know this Solden man. The barkeep is not a fan of, to say the least.
He's one of the regulars around here. He comes and drinks occasionally, but we've had lots of problems with him in the past.
Yeah, that's about what we expected. You haven't seen him recently, have you?
Not that I can remember, but I think the bartender knows where he lives.
Good. Yeah, we're just looking for him. We think he's in some trouble, and there might be a young girl that's he might have convinced to go with him, or at worst case scenario, kidnapped.
She kind of makes a surprised face. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, but can't say it's all that unusual in Malifaux.
Yeah, we think she might be okay, but we're just not sure yet.
All right, so is Maverick available, or does anyone want to help her trying to Dr. Kyung?
If
Maverick's
if
probably
it's
the only one
fine,
that has any.
if you're fine with me being there, I'll help.
Do you have skills in Doctor?
No. So never mind. I forgot about that. Never mind.
You can just hold her hand while she does it.
Probably,
Moral
yeah.
support.
Yeah, I think Kieran probably is like, oh, I'll off, because the arm thing. That's fun.
He tried to help, and then he dislocated his shoulder.
Yep, as you do.
Okay, so she's going to patch Kyung up, and then she's gonna come over and take a look at Kieran. Does anybody else have damage? No, right?
Nope.
No, we took it all.
Did Maverick take damage? I thought he did.
Oh, maybe like one time. That sounds right,
Me.
actually.
Then I ran away.
Yeah.
Did you take damage before you ran away?
No.
All right, so let's have Kyung heal 4.
All right.
And
Big 0.
how much health does Kieran currently have?
He's at 0. He has 4 cap.
Yeah.
So he's 4 damage marked on him.
You'll hear 4 as well. She's a pretty good doctor.
Wow.
You don't need no college education.
And I'm feeling generous.
Does he still have the broken arm?
Yes, she's not doing surgery. You need surgery to fix the broken arm. She's gonna kind of like put it in a splint, like a better splint than it's in now, but you still cannot use 2 hands. Well, you can, but it'll be double neg.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. If we have like an hour to kill, I could do surgery on him.
Yeah. I think I'll probably maybe leave that to like a proper doctor. I do appreciate it. But we don't really have the time anyway, right? We gotta go find this guy. He probably has this little girl. I think we probably head back to the barkeep and then see if we can confirm the address and maybe just go to his house then, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If I guess then the plan probably is just go back to the barkeep and say, all right, yeah, can we maybe we're really worried about this guy and the girl he might have. Can you maybe tell us where he lives? You know that we think we know, but we just want to make sure it's the right place. And then also anybody like around here that isn't currently men at a bar have a grudge that might want to come with just in case.
So he's going to confirm the address. It's the same address that the doctor gave you,
Great, fantastic.
which is just it's in the neighborhood, not super close by, but it's walking distance.
Yeah.
When you ask about other people that might have a grudge, he kind of shrugs. I don't know. I'm sure he's burned plenty of people around here, but no one in particular.
Well, I think we're gonna head over probably now. But if you get off early and want to meet us at his place, we won't say no to the help.
Yeah, I wish I could.
I mean, do you?
He just leaves it like that.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it works out, if it works out, we'll be there. Can we maybe
Give him one in the jaw for me.
Yeah, we'll do. As a Yeah, no, that's what I got. I don't think I have any other business here. Anyone else have anything going on?
No.
Yeah. So head to his house then?
Yeah, just have to go.
Seems like a good idea.
All right, so you head outside and once again find yourselves in the darkness in this not nice neighborhood. But you make your way further down in the direction of where his house appears to be. And all of you kind of have your head on the swivel because of what just happened before. But this time you are mostly met with quiet. There's a few people kind of milling about that look a little bit suspicious, but nobody gives you much bother. And eventually you find yourself outside the house.
Oh. Does it look occupied? Are there lights on? Can we see people through whatever there is for windows that aren't like boarded up?
No, so this building is pretty much dilapidated. It looks like it hasn't even seen better days. Like it looks like it was shit to begin with and only got worse.
Like they just built it shitty.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Like
Nice.
I mean, which matches the neighborhood for the most
Amazing.
part, but even around here, this is a pretty shoddy looking building. The front door is actually open and you do not see any light inside. The windows are all boarded up. It looks like the roof is about to cave in. It's just a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the roof it's fully intact though? It's not like on fire or anything?
It's not actively on fire, but it's metaphorically on fire.
Not actively on fire.
All right, just checking. Yeah. So I guess he has an apartment number. Yeah. That's
No, it's just a house.
okay. Well then, yeah. Let's. Do we want to maybe have split up and have someone go around the back, just in case? I mean, if this guy's jumpy, I don't want him to do something crazy. But maybe we can.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, certainly we don't want him to get away, right? I think that's probably the big deal here.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So who's gonna? Because half of us are not looking great.
No, I'm back to full health.
Oh, you are okay.
I mean, I have a broken arm. I probably can't grapple him quite as well, even though I think I have grapple.
Yeah.
I'll say at this point that it has been long enough. If someone wants to Dr. Killing again, because I'm feeling generous on account of all those black joker or those bad flips.
The red joker. Yeah.
I'll say that between her doctoring Kieran and then the kind of talking to the bartender again, and then the walk here, it's been an hour. So.
All right, well, here I'll give him another doctor then to fix him up.
All right, number 5.
That's a 5.
That's one more health.
1 health.
Woo! We did it.
Which means if you get hit once, you'll be back to 0.
And then we'll be in the negatives again. Yay!
Okay, so in that case, Silas will volunteer to go to the back, but carrying his gun so he doesn't have to pull it in case anything happens. To save that precious AP in case anything kicks off.
I think it's fair to say everyone will be armed when they walk in. Unless someone is particularly keen on not being armed.
Nope. I would love to be armed. I'll take it back then.
No, you can't have the arm, but you can
Ah!
be armed.
Well, don't write checks with your mouth that your
Armed
body
is
can't
singular?
cash. Or that my
It's-
body can't cash? I don't know.
I
Armed is singular.
Yeah, I would love one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that sounds right. So somebody needs. I'll like. Is there? Well, I guess is there a back door? There probably is, right? Or maybe there's not. I
We
don't
want
know.
to go look?
I mean, we probably should walk around the place first before we go in.
Okay, so you do a quick lap around the building, keeping your distance, and it does not look like there is a back door.
Oh, okay, great. So everybody in the front, then. Yeah, and there's no like very easily accessible ground floor windows that one might jump out of.
They all look boarded up. There's only a handful of windows, and they're all boarded up with wood.
Amazing.
Doesn't
Wooden
look
windows.
particularly sturdy wood, but it would take some doing to get it off at least.
All right. Well, at the very least, I think that he probably won't be able to get through with the girl if she's there and still alive.
Yep.
So I think we probably just go in. Yeah.
Tell me the
Yep.
order that you're walking in the building for no particular reason.
Yeah.
No, I'll be in the front.
Wild.
Okay. Second.
I will be third.
I'll go.
I think we can all
probably
agree
second?
Keon's going last, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'll go second,
I'll
just for the
force
sake.
myself to the back.
Like I think Solus is the type to not go first, but also not to want to look like too much of a coward to go like dead last.
And that's perfect.
So second, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll mosey in right after Silas.
So Maverick creeps inside the door, and you find it's pretty dark, but there's just enough light that you are able to see that there's this sort of sitting room in front of you, and the whole place is filthy. It looks you can see like scraps of newspapers that are cut up and laying around the floor and on some of the furniture. There is a lantern on the table, but it's not illuminated, and the whole place looks it doesn't quite look like it was intentionally like turned over, but the whole place is so cluttered that it's like hard to believe that anyone could ever even use this room.
Nice.
Hmm.
And we don't see anybody in the room.
But it is very dark.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to light the lantern.
Oh no, we're gonna burn this house down. Don't do that. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna intervene.
Okay, so you're able to pretty easily light it. It doesn't look like it's got a ton of oil in it, but it lights up in the room, kind of brightens. Could you give me a target number 9 notice check?
Okay. Let's have an AV of 3. I have a 14 by cheating in an 11.
All right. So you look over these newspaper clippings, and on many of them you see scribbled handwriting that says, "Stop the voices. Never stop. Never stop. Stop them." And it kind of repeats.
Neato. This looks like our boy. I will say that.
Yeah.
Was there a second floor, or are we? Is it all?
There's a door in the back.
We should head towards the door.
Are you going first?
I'll go first. I'm happy to go first.
No. I have 6 wounds and armor 1. I'll go first.
You also have the
Yeah, fair
light.
enough.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to pull my gun out in my good arm ahead of time. Just, I'll practice good trigger discipline, but I want it out.
Yep.
Before we open
Same.
any doors.
Yep.
So the next room appears to be the kitchen, and similar to the previous room, it's just a completely disheveled mess. There's pots and pans and like piles of rotting food. As you shine the light around the room, you see rats scurry away, trying to avoid the light and kind of running under furniture and disappearing. They appear to have been eating something. It's not easily identifiable, but there's food spread around the room in various states of decomposing. And as the last rat disappears, you hear a like faint banging sound from inside what appears to be a stove.
Oh, open the stove immediately. Oh my god.
Yeah. How big of a stove is it?
It's a
I
small
don't care.
stove.
Open it.
Okay. Someone open the stove.
So
yeah,
Silas,
I'm opening the stove.
While Silas is opening the stove. So Silas goes over and
Before can I hold my hand to it to see if it's like hot or I don't want to burn my hand off.
it is not hot.
Okay, I'll open the stove.
Okay, so you open the stove and immediately a rat jumps out of the stove.
Oh my god, of
squealing, and it bites at you frantically as it's trying to escape its prison.
I should have played Mason for this adventure.
I know, that's why I was laughing when you said you wanted to open the stove.
Oh, do you have another character that's a rat catcher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. I didn't even know that was
Also-
a class, but that's super cool.
No, we
So-
homebrewed it more or less, but
Yeah.
and you could have also asked the dog for help.
Yep.
Really? Oh god.
So you're going to
Okay.
take a point of damage from a rat bite. And
Great.
it's going to sort of like, it's going to bite you and then like land on your leg and then run down it and disappear into the darkness.
I don't take poison, do I?
Squealing the whole way. No, not poison, just 1 damage.
Oh thank god.
Nice. Do you gain a plague token?
No.
Oh, good.
You're in the right part of the city or the wrong part of the city, depending on how you want to look at it.
Nice. Okay, that's jarring. Big fucking rat.
I think Silas kind of like shrugs and says, "Well, I mean, good for the rat, I suppose." Like he's holding up his bleeding hand. He's like, "Well, at least it's not gonna die in the oven." It's like, he's messed up, but he's also kind of like a friend to animals. He's like, "Okay, fine. At least the rat is gonna be okay."
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's a bit unfortunate. We could have had a decent meal.
Can I have Maverick give me another notice check when you kind of first walked in, target number 9?
Yeah. I don't know why I flipped 2 cards, but
That's
they're
more
both
than 2.
awful.
I saw many cards. Okay, why don't we just... Oh, wait.
I tapped it once. What is this malarkey? All right.
Try that again. I don't know which one went first, so I put them all back in the deck and shuffled it. Try that duel one more time.
Okay, that's a 14.
Way to cheat.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I know it does that all the time.
Is that Tuco?
Yep.
Or is
think
that
so,
just a Nephilim?
It's like-
Well,
Yeah, it looks like it.
So after the rat, when you first walked in, you kind of noticed something off in the corner, and after the incident with the rat and Silas calms down, you walk over into the corner and you see, partially covered up by the detritus that's laying around, you see a little wooden trapdoor with a handle,
ooh.
and you uncover it, and it looks like it's not secured in any way.
Hmm.
There's also more doors, so just to be clear.
Hope none of you are claustrophobic, because I think we're about to go down.
Like it's not secured from the outside, or like it's not secured against unreasonable search and seizure.
Yes.
Wow, this door has no Fourth Amendment. I can't believe it.
All the non-Americans are going to be very confused.
I've seen enough like American TV to
No, that's
understand what the reference is.
The United States Constitution's Fourth Amendment guarantees persons against unreasonable search and seizure.
This seems reasonable. He's a kidnap suspect.
I mean, like the last time I went downstairs, anything kind of like we got ambushed by even more rats. So we'll see what happens this time.
So I think it goes without saying we probably should search the rest of this place first, but it might be helpful to stop anybody who might be in this trapdoor from getting out of it. You know.
I have a strong feeling we're gonna find another rat.
I have a strong feeling that if we look around, we're going to find even more rats and probably garbage.
There'll be a ratio of more rats to like floorboards in this house if we keep looking.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but you know, we got to find the girl, right?
Let's open the trapdoor. It seems I don't know if she's being kept anywhere. It's probably here.
Wild. Sure, yeah, I'm not going to stop you.
Is Silas opening the trapdoor?
I think Silas kind of like he looks at everyone. He looks at
Hang
the
on,
oven. He
hang on.
looks
I
at his
have a light
bleeding
here. I
hand.
think I should be doing
Then
it.
he kind of go on.
I'm not trying to draw the attention here. Just I'm afraid of anybody else getting messed up.
Yeah, open the door with your robot arm.
I mean, if you can do that, that'd be great.
I think so.
Okay, so Maverick's
Can
opening the
open
door.
Whatever. I'm standing all the way over here.
Kim's like, I'm not going in a trapdoor. So is Maverick opening the door? I'm
Yeah,
I
yeah,
assume
don't
so.
know.
Yeah.
heaving the trapdoor open. You're immediately overwhelmed by a puff of putrid air. Something is rotten down in the cellar's dark depths. A discolored but seemingly sturdy wooden ladder leads down into the darkness.
Nice.
I don't think she's down there. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody could survive down there.
Well, I mean, yeah. If that's not her, we're smelling.
Mm.
Like, it didn't
You know,
smell
I'll-
pleasant in the rest of this house, but the smell down there is particularly bad. Like, it's
Yeah.
dramatically different.
I mean, I still think it's worth searching the rest, but like, we're in for a penny, right?
I think Silas looks at this very like pristine like stage outfit and just sighs like, "Oh no, oh no,
Yeah, it's not going to be pristine anymore.
no." He's gonna like all the money that he makes on this is gonna pay for the dry cleaning because there's no way to get it out otherwise.
I think you're just going to have to burn it.
Yeah, probably.
I
And he
don't think
sighs
any
and
amount of
goes down
cleaning
the
is gonna-
yeah. I think he's gonna head down the. He might as well.
Okay, Silas going first.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm doing this, but yeah.
Are you going to take the lantern with you?
If somebody will hand me no, I don't not even hand like I think he will just like take the lantern forcibly because he's not interested in going down like into the dark.
Is Maverick going to let him take the lantern?
I mean, if they want to be ahead of everything, that's their choice. I'm the one who's part metal
Yeah.
here.
Can I mean as I go like I guess have a look around to again watch for danger or for like movements or I don't know.
I mean, you're climbing down a ladder. There's only so much you're going to be able to look around, but
Yeah, that's true.
it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the gloom. But near the back of the cellar, you can see a fat man holding a knife to a young woman's throat. There are tears streaming down the cheeks of both, and around them are several dismembered corpses piled up along saws and other homemade surgical tools. Please help me, the man begs, his voice little more than a whimper. The girl in his arms is silent, but her body shakes in fear as she looks at you with imploring eyes. Something moves to his right, and as it stands up, you realize that it's not a corpse like the others. It's certainly dead. Its dead eyes make that clear as it turns its head towards you. But as it turns completely, you realize that it's dressed in the bloodstained clothes of a servant. The undead creature pulls its lips back in a smile, but there's nothing good or wholesome left in its pale visage.
Okay.
Well, at least we know who the voices he's been hearing are now.
Mhm.
Uh, I think that how
You don't think anything because
what-
you're not in the basement.
yeah. I mean, sure, but like, there's only ladder. What's the situation? I want to go down as soon as possible. I think everybody else does too, but
Okay, well, first, how does Silas react? Because you just got to the bottom of the ladder, and there's only room for one person, so...
Is it no, I mean I probably would have had to put the gun away to take like the lantern and use the ladder, correct?
I'll say you could have held the gun.
Okay. I think just out of sheer instinct, I'm going to shoot at the undead thing, which I assume is the maid, or like the undead maid or something. It doesn't matter whatever the undead thing is.
Okay, let's flip for initiative.
Mm.
Alrighty, this is gonna be fun.
You know, it's funny, as a not very combat-focused party, you guys certainly resort to violence right away in every situation.
Yeah, but I just
I was gonna try to talk to him about letting the girl go, because that's gonna make
in retrospect, that was a bad move. But
if
I'm
it
gonna
makes
stick
you
with
feel
it.
any better, the way it's written, as soon as one other person comes down the ladder, he would have slit her throat, and then shit would have popped off. So,
Oh,
you know,
okay. Mm.
you
So
had one
that's-
chance, and it was for the whoever comes down first to talk to him. Otherwise, we fight.
Okay. That is a 12 for me.
Okay, two fire.
Okay, I'm doing the card flip. Oh,
I think I pushed that at 0, right?
yeah.
Bren.
13.
Nice. And Blue.
Alrighty. I have an 8. Also, I looked into it and I realized something inherently flawed about my whole thing. Yes, I can do 2 AP actions as one for a weight. However, all my 1 APs I want to use weight for are zeros inherently.
Right, which means you can only do one.
Well, meaning so I can't wait 1 AP actions multiple times, but I can wait like a charge or the fan of knives several times. So kind of works, kind of doesn't, but
I mean, at least it makes it less broken. I was gonna say, I think the way I was gonna go look at the thing, but I'll look at it later, or the actual rules of how they work. But I was gonna say, I think the way to balance it would be that the triggering event would have to be different things, so you can't just automatically get 3 AP every time you want to. But I guess if you can only do them, if you only can do one AP action with it because it's a 0, then that fixes that problem.
Yeah. So I can do Fan the Knives twice, but I can't do 3 walks.
Yeah, I think that's fair because it still costs you cards, and you're gonna run out of knives too. So
Yeah, the knives only have a melee range of 1, so I can't do multiple charges.
yeah. All right. Let's kick it off the way you chose to kick it off, and why don't you take a shot at the dead doxy? What's the range on your gun, by the way?
Hang on.
It's 6.
It's 6.
Is
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not.
Why is that so bad?
I
Because
don't
it's
know.
a pocket gun.
Well, I guess you'll have taken a step before you took a shot.
Well, thank you so much for.
All right. First, you're gonna take a target number 10 willpower check.
That's okay. I've got. Hang on. My willpower is 18.
Okay. And now you can shoot her. Her defense is 11.
Okay. 10.
Do you want to cheat?
Yeah, I'll cheat in an 8 of crows. Yeah, then it's like flat 11. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a
Double.
4 negatives.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 3 negatives,
Yeah.
but 4 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a zombie, hard to wound.
Oh!
Oh, get wrecked for 3 damage.
Is that really only
Yeah.
3 severe?
Yeah, it's 2
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, it's not a
Alright.
great.
Well, it is a severe critical effect, which could be good or could be useless. Let's find out.
Severe or critical, nearly killed her. No.
8. She gains bleeding out. She didn't need that blood anyway.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say that doesn't really help at all.
Gross. There's so much blood. I think. I don't know. I'm not down there.
All right, and now we will go to the initiative,
sorry.
which is Kieran.
Oh, I see.
All right. So I'm up top, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna struggle to climb down this ladder because I have 1 less arm.
I'll still say with it. Well, okay. That's actually interesting.
So I probably could, but I think that okay. So I would like to take the weight action in that case. So I am going to let's see.
I was gonna say, if you would like to try to go down the ladder you can either do it at a very slow pace, carefully, or you could do it quickly, and I'll make you take a check to see if you do it successfully or you fall.
Nope. I am going to wait. The event that I will wait for is I'm torn between it being everybody's down there, or the girl dies.
Wow. Okay.
Let me think about this. What makes the most sense here? I think I'm gonna wait. Shit. I think I will wait. For everybody has gone down, to move down, and I'll take both of my actions, I guess, to do it because there's nothing else I really care to do. So I'll go.
Weight
down.
costs an AP. It's 1 more AP than whatever the action was, so you'll be able to spend 1 AP going down the ladder.
Yeah, to go down the ladder. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do that. So if everybody goes down, I will go down this round. But if everybody doesn't go down and we decide that that's not worth it,
it's not contingent. So you have to pick one triggering event.
What's that?
You have to pick one triggering event. You can't say do this if this.
Yeah,
do that.
Well, I mean, my triggering event is if everyone goes down, but I don't have to do the action. I could just not do it.
Here's the thing: you're not gonna know if the girl dies. So if you have to decide if everybody goes down the ladder, are you gonna follow them? If you're choosing to follow them, you're going to have followed them before you realize that the girl is dead. See what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a small basement, and I feel like if I hear like a blood-curdling scream, I think that I might be able to piece the two together.
Okay, if there's a scream, I'll say that you you know better than to go down the ladder.
Yeah. So for the moment, I'm going to take the weight action to go down the ladder if everybody is down.
Okay.
And we'll see where we go when that trigger occurs.
Silas is up.
Yeah, just gonna shoot her again.
Okay, target number 10, willpower duel.
I'm gonna cheat in a. I should know my willpower now. It's 5. So I'm gonna cheat in a 6 to get an 11.
Okay. And then target number 11, defense.
Mm-hmm. It's I'm gonna cheat in a 13 to hit for 16.
All right, with a double neg.
That's a 2. That's not great. And then I'll try again.
Target number 10, willpower.
That's 11.
Okay. Target number 11.
Yep,
Wow.
that's a 16. Double neg, right?
Double neg, yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a 3.
Well, a lot of things really had to go well for you there, and it did.
What?
So here we go.
Okay.
I think that's the most damage you've done in every other game we've played
I know.
combined, actually.
I feel like I'm
And it
having
was
like
with manipulative and hard to wound.
I'm having like a derealization episode of like kind of like, am I playing in the same universe and like in the same series right now?
Obviously not. So you rush down this ladder, you see this scenario in front of you, and you let off 3 shots, and the maid collapses onto the other bodies.
Is there any kind of free action of like yelling at him to stop, or is it am I kind of like pretty much
You
tuckered
can yell
out?
at him to stop, it won't have a mechanical effect.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, well, anyway, just for the sake of
So we are up to Maverick.
Well, I heard the shots down, so I'm going down that ladder.
Okay. You have 2 arms, so I'll say that you're easily able to climb down the ladder for 1 action.
Oh, just one action?
It's a short ladder.
Okay. I get down there, see him with the gun. The guy would hold the knife up to the girl's throat, and a bunch of dead bodies.
I missed a bunch of times. You can't tell them apart.
I start counting the bodies, looking, trying to keep count of how many shots I heard. Like, what'd you shoot?
Can I point, or is it like
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt? Yeah, so I'll point at the downed. Was it a doxy or was it a
Yeah, it was a doxy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I would just be like, it's the maid, because that's
The
what
maid.
you
I'll point at the
Yeah, she's
The
dressed.
maid
Alright.
that's dressed kind of scantily for her position in a house, but
You don't know how he wants her to dress. You might be a professional
I'm
in
just
many
saying
ways.
it's kind of weird. Her bosoms is
I'm here to get the girl shame, so he could do his thing.
nice.
Either way,
just
Is he-
saying.
What do you want to do with your other AP?
guess I'm gonna pull out my knife since I have one pulled out yet.
I thought you had a knife out when you walked in.
Well, I mean, I have to. If I'm gonna use both hands to climb down, I'm gonna have to pull it away.
You can hold a knife and climb down a ladder, I think.
Yeah, I think that's very
I mean,
reasonable.
that's what you're gonna say. I'll take it.
Yeah, again, it's a pretty short ladder. It's only a couple of steps, so you could probably do it with no hands if you really tried hard enough.
Throw a knife at him. You'll get him.
You could also
Maybe
move
he
out of the way so that more people can get into the basement because you're standing at the base of the ladder.
Well, I'm not gonna throw the knife at him because he has somebody. He's currently holding on to the doctor's daughter. I assume that's her.
Yep.
We're all making a lot of assumptions based off of no pictures whatsoever. We're just hoping for the best.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Well, when we first went down, the description was he's holding the knife to her neck.
Right.
I don't know if that's what you still see, or what you see when you get down there. But if it is, I would shoot first and ask questions later.
Well, I can't very much throw a knife while he's holding on to somebody because if I miss, I get her.
Yeah, so don't miss.
Easy peasy. There's your
Yeah,
answer.
use your brain.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on.
I'm not going to play fate like that. I'm going to try to talk to him. Out of game. What was his name? I totally forgot.
Selden.
Sold in.
Solden?
Yep.
I'm sorry about whatever happened to your undead friend there. But I'm reckon that whatever's been talking to you probably is responsible for that. So if it's any consideration, whatever you're going through is probably not just a mental problem.
Why don't you give me an impose check?
Oh, I wasn't trying to be intimidating, but alright. That
Well,
was the least.
I mean, intimidating is like, put her down now or I'll kill you.
no, I know that. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this into a mechanic because he is definitely not going to do whatever it is that you're telling him to do. I guess we'll just do trick because that's sort of represents a similar thing. So give me a trick.
Okay. That's a 9.
That would be against a I think it's target number 6, so you're good.
All right. So he's not letting go of her?
It's 4. Target number 4. No, he's not gonna look over.
No.
You
So-
trick for a 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Throwing a knife or walking?
Tries to cut her throat. I guess throw some knives.
You need 2 AP to. Oh no, you can wait for whatever you want, right? So.
I can wait for the 1. Yeah.
But that makes it a 0, and you already took a 0, so you can't do 2 zeros.
No, I mean like the fan of knives. Throw multiple knives.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So.
What's the range on a knife throw?
Currently, since I have 3 ranks of throwing, it is a range of 9.
Wild.
More than the guns. Yep, you can.
Yeah. Kind of embarrassing, but yeah.
That gun is kind of trash, not gonna lie, but it did work. I mean, you put the doxy down, so hey,
Yep.
can't complain. All right, that will go to him. Interesting. He is in fact going to try to slit her throat. So why don't you?
Oh no.
Yep. Let's ditch my 9 and let's go for the attacks.
Target number 8.
Alrighty. Yo, away I go. That is a 17.
That's pretty good. Straight flip. Oh, but you tricked, so you're getting.
Oh wait, hang on. I need to flip 2 cards for that.
Yeah, plus on all this. Oh wait, but also you have to randomize it to projectile, right?
Yep. I realized technically, yeah, he's technically engaging the girl.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll just put this back there. We'll shuffle. All right, so flip for random.
Alright. Gonna flip for the girl first. The girl's a 12.
I did shuffle, but hey.
I mean,
And
that
let's
seems
flip.
fine.
As long as he doesn't get like a 13, I should be good.
Yep.
Well, that's a tie.
Or you could reflip them both, unless you want to cheat one.
Oh, do you reflip? I thought I got to choose.
Nope.
Okay, let's go for the girl.
It's good.
And let's go for him.
There you go.
All right, good deal.
Target
I'm
the
sorry.
plus.
Let's do 12s. Oh, I'm going to eat so many cards. I didn't think about the randomizing. Oh boy, here I go for the
Eat
attack flip.
cards.
What's the target number?
8.
Well, I have a 10.
All right, so straight flip with your plus.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to take 2 from the first knife.
What's the damage track? Can you not do damage?
They're enlarged knives, so they're 2, 3, 5.
I mean, if you have a severe, it might be worth just cheating. But
No, I'm keeping this in case I accidentally throw a knife at the girl.
Yeah, that's fair.
well, you can. I mean, keeping a low card equally would stop you from throwing.
I
a knife
have
at the
1
girl,
card
right?
left in hand, and that's a
Oh,
that's
okay.
a 12.
Well, I mean, but if you just kill him, then you don't need to do that, and he's just.
I don't think I don't. I want to be hopeful and say 5's enough, but I'm not going to be hopeful. I'm being pessimistic here and believing that 5's not going to kill him.
I
so I'm
feel
just
like
gonna-
5's gonna kill him. Good luck.
All right,
Oh.
randomize.
Don't miss.
Yeah.
Him first or her first?
Girl flip. His
Okay.
flip.
Got him
Going
again.
after him.
Nice.
Nice. Target number 8 with a plus.
Well, that's a 11.
All right, so a
11, 12.
straight flip. Everybody can draw a card.
Yep. Let's go for that damage flip. I have an 8 in hand, I guess. Gonna use my 12 on it, so 5 damage on him.
Wow. Well done.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie, the odds of her coming out of this without having her throat slit were extremely low, and you guys threaded the fucking needle.
Okay, but more importantly, what are the other 2 doing? Oh no, I'm the other 2. I'm one of the other 2. So are we still going down?
I don't know, but we're out of dramatic time, so you can close the map and you can discard as many cards you want and draw until you have 3.
Whoa.
Yeah.
3 whole cards.
As soon as he goes down, she is going to run straight at Silas.
He's gonna put the gun into the holster, like not to stand there like with the gun in his hand while she's probably terrified. I hope. Oh no. I mean, the map is gone, so it's probably not going to be a combat.
Yeah, she's not running at. She's not running at you to
God.
attack you. It's very clear that she was a victim.
For a second there, I was like, no, wait, what have I done?
I should have left the map open and been like, okay, she charges directly at Silas. How do you react?
Oh
Because
no!
I mean, like the same goodwill happened to result in a rat bite. So it's like, just imagine like she was the voice all along. Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna go. Well, Silas is comforting the girl with probably enough trauma that her therapist dad's gonna probably need to hire a therapist. I'm gonna go check on the poor guy's body because apparently he can bring back undead.
We don't know that. He could have just hired that doctor for all we know.
No, I don't think just a rando that lives here could afford that numbers of soul stones. I think they're like 5. I would like to go search the rest of the house, preferably for valuables, but I'll take what I can get.
I'd be careful because you might find a cursed object. I feel.
I'm definitely going to carry the girl out or even outside, so she doesn't have to be in this nightmare house for.
So Anne does not allow you to carry her. She's okay.
Oh, I
she's
mean,
unscathed,
sure.
But so she's just going to. She does appreciate the escort as you lead her outside, though. When Maverick goes to check on this guy's body, he finds the knife sticking out of him and that he's collapsed on the floor. He's bleeding profusely, but he is alive. And there doesn't seem to be much unusual about him. He seems to be a dude. When Kieran searches the rest of the house, the only other 2 rooms were a bedroom and a bathroom. The bathroom is absolutely filthy, as one might expect.
Amazing.
With both just random detritus as well as human waste. And
That's my favorite kind of detritus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you like to collect some as a sample, or?
No.
Okay. And the bedroom is, again, there's a pattern here. Just disgusting. It's filthy. It's disheveled, but nothing unusual, and you don't find anything of value unless you want to burn a house down, and in which case you have a perfect little house to burn.
Ooh. Is that of value, though?
I mean, if it's of fun value, if you're an arsonist, or you just like pyrotechnics,
Tempting.
I'd find it fun.
Well,
The guy looks to be in misery. He does not look like he's at all enjoying life, and institutionalizing him ain't gonna go nowhere. And if he did use whatever magic to bring this thing back, and the guild hears of it, the death marshals are gonna be on him quicker than stink on a rat's ass. So I'm gonna mercy kill him.
Well, that's what we're calling it now, huh? Mercy killing. When you execute a defenseless
Well,
individual.
obviously, he wanted it to stop.
I thought it was doctor-assisted euthanasia.
I mean, other people call it just straight murder, but hey, you guys can both have your own names for it. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think
Legally,
this isn't really doctor assisting euthanasia. This is doctor performing euthanasia. I think there's a bit of a line.
Well, we can't just say suicide because it sounds like murder. So euthanasia is a lot nicer.
But it's not suicide, though, is the point. It is just murder.
Just the murder, yeah.
I mean, I used my knives and I killed him. Like, there's
Yeah. I'm just saying, he didn't have any ability to consent to that. So it's not any amount of assisted or suicide. It's you murdered him.
Dude,
I'm not even saying that that's not even the correct moral choice here. I'm just saying it's not. That's not.
I don't know what the guild's stance on doctor-assisted euthanasia is, but I would guess that if they do allow it, you have to have one of their soulstone commissioners sitting there ready to charge a soulstone for it.
And all the paperwork filled out. Yep.
100%.
For sure. I'm pretty sure the guild has passed a law that makes it illegal to die if you're not near a soulstone.
One of theirs specifically.
Yeah, ideally, yeah. No, I think the guild would be all for it. But all we have to do is, he was a resurrectionist. We killed him. And they're like, congratulations.
Well, here's $5.
I don't know about that. Like, congratulations. You may pay us $5. That is your reward.
Necromancer scalp's worth $5 at the office.
Nice. Is that really a thing?
Probably.
I think so.
Not.
Isn't it? Wasn't it?
Well.
Well, that'd be cool.
I could believe that the guild would pay somebody like dirt cheap if they admit, like, they could bring evidence they killed a Reser, brought the Reser, and had the guild deal with it instead of like having to worry about the death marshals.
There's no like open bounty on the scalp of humans who may be doing necromancy, because I feel like that would be a tricky thing to actually monitor. But I'm not sure how they would react if you like dragged somebody in, like a dead body, in, and were like, "Hey, this was a Reser." Like, on the one hand, they might be like, "Great, you helped us do the thing that we do." On the other hand, they might be like, "I think you might be a resurrectionist. We're gonna arrest you and interrogate you." Like, it's hard to say.
Yeah. Who can say?
Also, the bounties that are out on like gremlins, that's definitely treated much more like they're animals. I don't know if they would appreciate vigilantism. Certainly under Marlowe, I don't think they would appreciate vigilantism. So if you were just out killing,
Is Marlowe still in charge here?
the time period of the games that we play is ambiguous. So question mark.
Okay. I want to go. I want to find the nearest guild person and ask him who the guy is. Who's the current Governor General
right now?
What year is it? Shake him. Ow, my arm. Shake him with the other hand.
Is Dashiell the captain guard yet?
So Kieran got arrested. What's everybody else doing?
Okay. No, I think our best bet now probably is to get Anne-Marie back to her father.
Yes.
At utmost haste. In fact, we should hire a cash on delivery carriage, if possible, for Dr. Weston to pay for.
As soon as Anne-Marie comes out, Kyung is going to channel all of her energy to try and calm this poor girl down.
Yeah, after she gets out of the basement, she's relatively composed, probably mostly from like she's in shock to an extent. But she'll be cooperative and go with you back to her house. When you get there, the doctor will break down in tears, hugging his daughter, and then promptly hand you 40 script.
All 50 of the script.
All 40 of the script.
All 40.
All 65 of the script.
All 20 of the script.
You've
All
got the
40
nice
of
coin
the
purse to put it into, so like.
Deal. Yeah, I will put all the script in my fancy coin purse.
I believe the policy is that you must split it with the rest of the group, or else we do party on party combat, and that determines who gets the money.
Yeah. No, definitely. I'll do that for sure. Definitely.
Well, that is the end of the Whispering Affair.
Was the doctor always aware that the nanny was an undead monstrosity, or was that?
No. He raised her because he heard the spirit and he gave in right at the end.
Oh, I see.
Used
No, I
it
see.
to raise her. That was the voices he was hearing. Was the whisper of the grave spirit.
I want to send a huge thank you to the Extremely Cool Kids tier on Patreon, the Steam Power Scoundrels, Dogmatize, and Devin. Thanks for watching.